Brand new week. Back at it once again, huh? Not going to get to watch a lot of scrims today, but I'm trying to be a consistent streamer. We took one day off. We're back at it. And we'll be revving it up for the whole week once again, right? Because we got a lot of busy Halo matchups and tournaments. There we go. The highlight today is SSG TSM. SR is in the middle of their scrim, and they are, I think, just about wrapped up, so we might be missing a lot of it. Oh, shoot. Good thing I saved it. Tweet is live. Eddie, Skunky, Tony Tone, Joshua, Sergio, Daz, Germ. How we doing, brother? Let's go. Let's get it. We're good, man. We're good. I went shopping yesterday. Got some new clothing to share on the broadcast and the upcoming broadcast I want to show you guys. You know, a little bit of an update to the wardrobe. Comics, how we doing? Thank you, Skunky. Bro, my nose, though, is... Anyway, it's all good. This streaming thing's got me busier than ever. Welcome, Bread for Toast, Camo Ramo. All right, let's get to manage the stream setup. Sure. Let's do this one. No Optic today. I don't know if Precision's playing. Is the SR scrim almost done? We might have to go SR first, honestly. Albsy, what's up, brother? Bread for Toast, how we doing? Pig, let's go. Brand new week of Halo, huh? We don't take breaks. SSG TSM games have been super tight. Okay, good to hear. Is Druck live? Is it even an underscore, or is it just Druck84? Wow, this is loud. I'm not going to lie. Envor had a stream, I think, too. Let's just go... Oh, we're also applying for partner, right? We did that. Envor had a stream, I think, too. And I'm waiting for an update on the partners. So, guys, keep up the support. You guys have been killing it. This is the longest it's taken for Twitch to get back to me on a partner application, which I guess is a good thing. It means they're thinking about it for once, you know? Usually I get the response like instantly, bro. It takes like one day and they're like, yeah, no. But it's taken like, it's been like multiple days and they're still like, I don't know, assessing my compatibility for partner or whatever.
How's week? Watch out.
Envor is playing on Tenrai and they're deep into their scrim, so we're probably not going to get to watch much of it, but he is someone that's, you know, worth applying to the team stream. Hunter and Complexity are doing some sort of talk show. That's kind of cool. I think that's about it. It's really a head-to-head between Lucid and TSM. And we don't... Oh, we had... Yeah, between Lucid and Druck. We're going back and forth with Lucid and Druck. That's kind of like what we have to work with right now, huh? Precision's not live. So we got no COL POV. Let's start today with Last Shot because they're so far in their scrim that it'd be nice to see a little bit of him. Unless he's already done. Oh, he might be done.
Bro, yeah, okay. Like...
I guess he's done.
Does, right?
Damn, they started early, huh? Lucid POV. All right. How we doing? Yeah, we back, Steven. 4-3 TSM. We're going to be, yeah, keeping close tabs on TSM today. TSM SSG. Favorite Killer Instinct character? Mine's Fulgore. I have no idea, bro. Master Chief? Canary. Thank you for the follow. I don't play Killer Instinct. Isn't Chief in Killer... Or is it Arbiter? Arbiter is in Killer Instinct, right? What's good, Tactic? How we doing? Connor, welcome, brother. Tonesi. Hello, hello. Fighter. Welcome. We're in the middle of a Slayer. Only 7 games into the scrim, they're playing Slayer on Solitude. Maybe prioritizing playing Slayers as a form of practice a little bit more so, right? We've seen Optic losing Slayers, SSG maybe having a bit of trouble in Slayers as well, to the point where scrimming them and prioritizing a little bit more Slayer might be a good idea, because it does make a difference in series, right? And we're seeing that right now with TSM. I mean, 38 to 24. Holy. Something Druck is doing with the squad is dominant right now. We got some updates as well, in case you guys are not aware. Updates to Fortress. Hold on. Update to my sub goal. How about that?
Oh, that is just good Halo right there.
That is just damn good Halo.
Oh my God.
Fierce Elements, first time Prime sub, brother. Let's go, Fierce. I appreciate you, man. Welcome. First sub of the day. That's what I like to see. How come I can't end my damn goal, bro? I can't end my sub goal. Oh, here we go. We'll go 1250. See what we can pull off. I haven't played the new Fortress update. I haven't played it either. So they increased the size of the plant area on Fortress, so it's easier to plant, is the idea, right? And they've also added OS to the map. I heard that they've suspended OS in midair, apparently. Going good, I think. Kill shot, I'm not sure, honestly. We just got here, brother. They had they got staked in Slayer. That's literally the first thing that I'm seeing right now. And I'm gonna add a text note on the bottom of the screen. I think Complexity had, or sorry, SR had a perfect scrim today, according to Data Hive. So I'm going to put that in screen too. We missed it though, unfortunately. SSG, is it 3 and TSM 5? I think that's what we're working with. Triggers down is 9-0 in their scrim. Yeah, it's about to be 5-3. 10-0 was the Shopify Complexity scrim. They might have ended it early, because I don't see Last Shot streaming it anymore. (4-6) on Reversal Perfy, Luminosity. That's pretty close. I don't think there's any POVs for that, though. I'm going to say RP. Network feels so much better. I don't know if they did a backend update, but even Lucid said it feels better. No way. What FOV feels comfy? I've been using the same FOV basically since launch, 102. And it's hard to change once you've stuck with something for so long. I don't like the head case about it. You're attending Arlington. Let's go, Nova. I'd love to see that, brother. Hey, Shy, hope your day's going well. Really hope one day LVT adds me to the team. I'd be a great addition. I appreciate that, Lee. Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy to work with them if I get an opportunity. All I can do is just charge forward, brother. Just keep going, you know? I'm loving this progress we've been making, man. We've been putting a lot of hard work in. The most consistent I've ever been streaming, so, you know, just enjoying the process, and I think everything's going to work out okay, you know? What a piv. Now we're waiting for the pivs. Oh, that's a good sound right there. Happy to have you guys support here in the meantime. And then give the same to LVT, because they've been killing it, right? First event. So there's a invitational, LAN invitational for the top 4 teams. Optic, SR, Optic. We got to say SR first now, right? Optic, until Optic proves something back. SSG and FaZe SSG, right? Top 4 teams, 50K LAN invitational. Final weekend of March. And then mid-April, April like 18 or something, is the first major. It was 6-4. That's what it was. I got too many things going on, bro. 6. Wait, that's not right. 4 RP. Recently been so cool to watch. Can't wait to see what the future holds. Only up for here. That's the best mindset right there, Tyler, right? That's what I like to see. Thank you, man. Any plans on watching COD? My only concern with watching the COD Major is I have to do it exclusively on YouTube. And while the COD Major is happening, the Halo Major, or not Major, there's a Halo online qualifier this weekend that I'll be dual streaming to Twitch and YouTube. So how do I watch the COD Major, right? Like, I feel like I can dip in and out, maybe for short periods of time.
That is just good
Vorpal.
Halo right there.
That is just damn good Halo, brother.
My God.
4 months. Welcome back. How well could we do today, guys? I'm trying to maintain. We've had over 1,000 for like 2 weeks now, which is crazy. 1,218 subs as we continue to try to build this thing. Someone banned me last time. If that was you, I would be disappointed. I don't ban anybody. It's been managing the mods last weekend was very difficult. So my bad. If you guys got banned, you felt it was unjust. We're working on it. Okay. It's tricky. You know, I added a bunch of mods on a whim, and I don't want to just remove them as well. I want to, you know, do the best that I can to figure out, like, you know, a sweet spot with this. The comments in my YouTube video, bro. Anyway, I'm going all over the place. I can't stick to one topic, guys. You keep asking me questions. Hold on. My new YouTube video. Nah, get out of here with that XRP. Did you guys see the comments? If you haven't seen the new video, by the way, go leave a like. I'd appreciate it. Like the YouTube live stream. Guys, let's get it on the algo. If you're currently watching, thank you. The comments in my new YouTube video are wild. So many haters. A lot of, like, people going at each other's throats, you know? Like, glad to see Formal and Optic losing, you know? It's like, I get that you're a fan or a hater or whatever, but it's just, it's kind of crazy. The obsessions. And then learning how to navigate that so chat can have fun, but also keep things, like, sort of respectable, you know? It's a tricky balancing act.
That is just good Halo right
Timbo
there.
Slice.
That is just damn good Halo.
My God. 2 months. Welcome, Timbo Slice. Back to the way, brother. 2 months. I appreciate you. Let's go. I think I just keep streaming, keep doing what I do. That's all I can do, right? Is and we'll cross every hurdle as we get there. So as far as, like, managing how crazy the chat is, that's fine. That's all part of the process, right? It's like sports. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I imagine if we were a top tier sport, like a real sport, then the same level of fandom and passion and arguments and whatnot about individual players or about matchups, like, that would exist. You can't avoid it, you know? So I think, and I don't want it to be to disappear. Like, I think it's good that we have rivalries and people have the teams that they want to support and whatnot. I guess there's just I need to find a balancing act where it's not, like, too toxic, you know? Comments in the new video. Yeah, the first thing I get on my new video is this guy screaming in caps. Freaking Wookiee, bro, going full Chewbacca, like, in my YouTube comments. And, like, I don't want to just... I could delete his comments, but I kind of... Like, it helps the algo to have conversations. So I kind of just want to, like, leave it there, but... Like, damn. That's going to be a first bomb for Lucid here. Nicely done. SSG, if you guys just tuned in, they had a rough Slayer. They got staked by TSM in the scrim just minutes ago. So they're bouncing back and bomb here. Slush, how we doing, brother? Welcome in. Hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you, Vorpal. Imagine being toxic on a video game. I mean, it happens. It's not new. Leave them. They're good reads. Yeah, you know, it's something to interact with in the end of the day. Like, if I remove that stuff, then I'm probably just, you know, those are reasons that people view. Like, I'll take the views. Why is Halo not more popular? It's so fun to watch. I think it's just the perception around Halo as a franchise is negative and has been kind of negative for a long time. And for a lot of, you know, valid reasons, right? Like, I think a lot of people, there was a lot, it's the same type of thing as what's happening with, you know, Optic. You got a lot of passionate fans of Halo, and they made some missteps, at least, you know, following, like, Halo 3, I guess. Lots of missteps, and it led to, like, negative sentiment in the community. With Infinite specifically, the game launched with, like, a lot of success, honestly. It just didn't maintain it because they didn't update the game on a consistent basis due to the development of the engine being kind of iffy, right? Like, This game engine is difficult to update and develop for. The core gameplay at Infinite is exciting, though. You know, regardless of what side of the fence you're on with, like, classic Halo, modern Halo. This game is fun to watch. So, you know, now that we've kind of gotten over the, you know, the, I don't want to say hurdle. Like, the state that we're in, the dedicated fans of Halo love it for what it is, despite the flaws. You know, we can finally see, like, what's exciting about this game. But everybody else is kind of, like, giving up on it, you know, a year or two ago. And it's going to be hard to re-inspire, you know, fans who have just moved on at this point. Infinite had so much promise, yeah. And you could see that with the publicity that it got in the first couple months that it came out. It was, like, the game to play, I would say, over COD, over Battlefield and whatnot at the time, because those games... you know, they kind of struggled out the gate a little bit more than Halo did. Halo just didn't maintain it. You had freaking Elon Musk tweeting, like, Halo campaign is good or something, right? Like, people, you know, a lot of, like, high-profile individuals were excited about Halo Infinite, but just didn't maintain it. Hopefully next game on UE5 will be smoother to fix. Yeah, I think it will be. That doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, we're not going to have new issues. And you know, doesn't mean we're, like, saved by any means, but I think without a doubt Unreal 5 is going to be easier. And that's, like, one of the biggest things that needs to be fixed with this game. Does have the best movement? As a Halo 5 fan, I don't know, but it's got good movement. If Optic struggle, I don't know who they even try to bring in. Formal is off limits, obviously. So, okay, I tweeted this today, and I might have a little intel. I'm not going to say anything, though. Today, I tweeted that the only thing that Optic is missing, and we looked at their gameplay on my new YouTube video, which you should go watch once again. The only thing they're missing is Lunchbox. And that's no shots to Tusk as a coach. Like,
this is the way.
I'm sure Tusk is a solid coach. Misery, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome.
This is the way.
Hey, Unformed Sheet. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Tusk, he's a pro. He's very knowledgeable. I'm sure he's, you know, he's solid at what he does. The issue is, like, Optic is arguably the best team in the league, right? This is, like, you know, this is a serious team, Optic. And they're kind of, the expectation is that they're going to win. Maybe even dominate on LAN, you know? Their coach needs to be that league, that level, right? And the only coach that I can think of that can match the caliber of Optic as a team is Lunchbox. Like, Lunchbox brought so much to Optic in the past couple of years, beyond what I think I've seen from other coaches. You know, not to call it any specifically, but, like, just, like, in the comms mid-game, there's a level of confidence and, like, strategy calling that comes from Lunchbox. Also, he's just a veteran, and he's well-respected, too. So I feel like Optic will listen to him and work off of him. Yeah, and so Lunchbox left on his own accord. Formal didn't want him to leave. But, Wasn't is the man. Yeah, he's a GOAT, man. I think if Lunchbox somehow came back, not going to say anything about that. If he somehow came back to Optic, then that team is going to be scary. Because watching them play, the only thing that I feel like they're missing is coordination right now. Like, from a communication standpoint, they're kind of just, like, doing different things sometimes. And we saw that in the Solitude game. I think Bound specifically, not to, like, call him out, but I think Bound can be such a high impact player, but he also has a risky playstyle. And with the right kind of guidance, with a good coach, I feel like Bound could be, like, he could bring the best out of him, you know? I think his potential is, like, insane. But right now, Bound's not getting away with it as much as I feel like he was on, like, SSG, let's say. Also because Optic just maybe aren't as coordinated out the gate. Lack of VOD review. But once again, a good coach. Really good coach, like a Lunchbox, I think would help. Equalize the egos, bring structure to the chaos. Maybe. Also, he's just very loved, right? So, like, people see Lunchbox, they're like, oh, yeah, mad respect. There's a professionalism. There's a legitimacy that comes with having a, you know, a legend like that on your team that I think, yeah, would also make fans, like, have a greater appreciation for the team, you know? Because, like, I don't know. Once again, no shots to the personality of some of these players, like, you know, Renegade, Bound, and them. They're pretty focused on just winning. They're men of few words, you know? They get out there, they do their thing, they have their good gameplay. And, you know, maybe some hot takes here and there. But, I think Lucid was interesting on Optic in what he brought as a personality to the team. I think that's a big part of the reason why Lucid picked up so many fans, right? Is because he carries himself well. He likes to make content. He has a lot to say about the game, and he makes a lot of, you know, he's a presence as a personality, and I think that's big. That's part of the reason why I think SSG has lots of new fans this season. SR has a better game plan for Optic than Optic has for them. Yeah, at the moment it does feel like that. It also feels like Frosty is at the center of it right now. Watching Frosty play, it just feels like he's just locked in right now. He's reading the game and playing around his teammates so efficiently in those really important games that they're winning. It just feels like Frosty's at the center of it, man. Dude's just got a hard read on like where to be at all times. And their coach is Bestman. So their coach is another Halo legend, like OG Halo Pro, been in the scene for a long time, well-respected, knowledgeable. You know, I think that's a consistency that you see with a lot of the top teams' coaches. You got Elamite for SSG. Yeah, Optic is kind of missing that, you know? Frosty feels like, yeah, I'm getting the H5 Frosty vibes where he's like in his element. He's because he has this like flow to his gameplay where he like sometimes it just everything he does is right place, right time. Little brown dude. Thank you for the follow, man. Welcome. And when he's that type of player, he's definitely like he's the X factor, yeah. And that's what it's looking like. When they're winning, that's what it's looking like. Astronaut stuck in space, just landed back on Earth. Wow, is that legit, or are you just like coming in here with something crazy to say? Coaches get a stipend or percentage of the win? I believe they do get paid. Yeah, like whether it's salary or a percentage of the win, I would hope so. I don't know like specific details, but I would hope so. Is Assault? Yeah, so Assault, Aqua isn't really an issue. Honestly, I think the pros are okay with it. I think watchability-wise, like it's not as nice as CTF Aqua, maybe, but I don't hate it. And it's had some exciting moments. Fortress Bomb was the issue, right, Mott? And they just updated it today, if you guys are not aware. So Fortress Bomb, they've increased the size of the plant zone, which is one of the things we said that they had to do, right? To make the map, just make it easier to plant the bomb. So the size of the plant zone is going to be larger now. They added an OS, and they suspended it in midair, apparently. I haven't played the map yet. But the OS is in mid, above the bomb. And you have to jump to it to grab it, which is actually kind of a smart idea. So having OS is going to make it easier to get the bomb in the base and plant it, you know, while getting shot from spawners. And the dynamic of grabbing the OS, depending on how it's set up, like, is it sitting on a floating platform? Because then you can jump off the platform, and that's like a new movement thing on the map, right? Or is it just hanging there? And you got to run the risk of jumping and catching it, you know, and then planting it. Halo Studios actually listening? That's crazy. What are you talking about in regards to Fortress? I mean, they've been... There's no way Tashi, Hines, and them haven't seen the broadcast, right? Like, they know that something needs to be changed. But, like Hines was saying in chats, they weren't trying to remove the map outright. They're trying to change the dynamic in a way that keeps the map in the rotation. Because they've already announced that the map's going to be in rotation, right? It would be more work to remove it from rotation and then add something entirely new. Versus, you know, make some subtle changes to the existing mode on the map so that it's more playable. You know, people will actually want to play it and watch it. Bomb is mid. Yeah, the game type in general is like, I don't know, it's missing some excitement factors for sure. You know, it's like very straightforward. Yeah. It's definitely missing some sort of an excitement factor. You don't get, like, I think something with CTF that makes it really exciting is the standoff feature of CTF. Like, you're pulling flags, the flag comes out, you can return it, you gotta, like, you know, are you gonna desperate for the return, are you gonna bait the return, and then you could have one guy in one base with one flag, one guy in the other base with one flag, and you've got this tense standoff, right, where the smallest mistake is made and the return comes in, you win the game. But that, like, doesn't exist in Bomb. It's just, like, pick up bomb, take to base, blow up, you know? And, I don't know, something about that is, like, less exciting. And I'm not sure how to make it more exciting, apart from, like, if the bomb explosion was, like, bigger or something, but, like, I don't know if that really, like, the tension, there's a missing level of tension and pacing to it that from a watchability standpoint, like, just isn't hitting, you know? No, I think it could have a breakthrough season like Last Shot. Piggy, obviously, Descendant. Who do I think could? Toucan, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome.
This is the way.
Bro, we're going to OT. Speaking of intense moments in Bomb. An unarmed function. Yeah, maybe. If it, would you change how long it takes to arm if you had an unarmed? I don't know. I'm not sure, Rello. Yeah, Piggy, I think, is an... So the thing is, so... I would say obviously would be a good conversation for something like that. Like, I don't know if he's playing at the level that would allow him to have the breakout just yet. I haven't been watching him too closely. But obviously has a new kid factor, right? So, like, Piggy's, like, kind of new in comparison to... Like, people don't know him very well. So there's that component to it. But he is sort of a veteran player at this point. He's been playing for a few years. And since the beginning of Infinite, he's been competing. So he's excellent. He's been improving. But is it the same as Last Shot? Who, like, it feels like Last Shot sort of suddenly burst into the scene, and he did, right? So I think obviously would be a good kind of conversation for that, where, like, he's brand new, he's young, and then who knows, like, what he'll be capable of in a short period of time. I think with this year specifically, it's tricky because this might be the last year for Infinite. Like, we really don't know. So as far as, like, scouting out talent and whatnot, like, I think maybe that dynamic... is a little different than it was like year 2 Infinite. TSM is winning, yeah. TSM is winning this scrim. Last Shot actually has aura. Yeah. I mean, we haven't seen, obviously, ever stream. I have no idea what kind of aura that kid has. But yeah, Last Shot definitely does. But you can move on like the oddball? You can, but it doesn't roll. Right, Superman? So you gotta be like... careful when you juggle it. You can juggle it, it's just annoying sometimes, right? You got to be like very careful not to run too far before you pick it back up because it doesn't roll. He was streaming yesterday, obviously. Okay, cool. I've never seen his stream. No Optic Scrim today, point, but you should, doesn't mean you shouldn't stay here and hang out. I assume if they're not scrimming today, then they will be tomorrow. Scrim is short for scrimmage, that's correct, Sikdom. Sikdom is short for Sikdamage, right? I have no freaking idea. Can't wait. Me neither, brother. Can't wait, Isaac. So yeah, we're gonna be watching Lucid and Druck's POVs back and forth today. So we're on board with Lucid. I'm gonna switch to Druck on TSM. It's kind of like the team captains. Maybe not. I don't know if Lucid would be an SSG team captain or Eco maybe. Today was all VOD review for Optic. That's what I've heard is they've been reviewing VOD. And I've heard some intel and maybe some new developments coming to Optic in the near future. That'll definitely be talked about when you guys find out. But anyway, stay tuned. We still E for E? Maybe. If only I was watching his POV right now. Why does everyone think Last Shot has aura? Just curious. Not sure I can detect it. I mean, just go watch him play. I think there's like a... This is kind of wild. It goes to... I guess that's a tie, huh? Not going to replay that. I'm not even going to update it. I'm just going to leave the things as is. They tied the assault. I think when you watch Last Shot play, there's like a casual confidence behind his gameplay. He's like very creative with his decision making. He's very quick with his movement. He's rotating around constantly, hitting like really crack shots. He's got like a 70% accuracy. And the personality that he brings to the game is kind of like a playful, nonchalant, energy where it's like, it's almost like an effortlessness. And I think that's where the aura comes from, where it's like, he's winning, he's nasty, and it comes naturally. I think the combination of those factors is what gives somebody the sense that like this guy is different, Could I coach Optic? I don't know if I could be their analyst. That's if we're talking realistic, like I feel like I could sit down with them and have like a productive VOD review, but as a coach, I don't know. I don't think I could coach them because I don't have coaching experience, and like being a coach requires being confident, decisive, like in the match when it counts, right? And having strong standing relationships with those players, and those players respecting you and your insights as well. Like I don't think that I have enough experience to give Formal and team the confidence that I could just like play, just be a part of that and bring value to that environment. Lunchbox could though, right? He's been around he's a legend. He's well respected. Formal specifically, I'm sure has a lot of respect for him, but the whole team does. They're going to listen to him. He's got the confidence in the background to know like how to strategy call certain situations. Not afraid to fail. Like I'd be nervous coaching for them, which would be wrong. Like I can't. That's not the energy that they need. So I wouldn't be able to coach Optic. Too bricked up. Oh yeah, for sure. To be nervous with sexual. No, okay, just kidding. But as far as analytics, where I would have time to like watch their gameplay and have something prepared in my mind or whatever, do a VOD review. Like I'm confident I could do that and bring value in that environment because the pressure wouldn't be on. It would be more conversational. It would be, you know what I mean? Totally different. Or like looking at other teams and studying their strategies, their opening strats, certain tendencies that they have, whatnot. Like that's a level of value that I could probably bring to the team, outside the game. What's up, Ricky? Last weekend was epic. I agree, bro. Gonna be interesting when we get to LAN. I agree. We got 2 weeks for the 50K Invitational. Is Lunchbox coming back? I don't know. I think he should. Any word on a coach for FaZe? No, I actually don't know. I heard they were working with some sort of interim coach from Europe or something like that. But I really don't know what's going on with that. Hardly hear Tusk when they're playing. Yeah, and again, it's like, it's no shots to Tusk. I think he's an excellent player, and I'm sure he's got a great mind for the game. But the level of impact that I heard from Lunchbox was like can't be understated. It's a tough bar to match.
This is the way.
Gonna hit another PR. One of the bench press. Mr. Johnson, or M. Johnson, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. You talk about viewers and subs and whatnot, because that sounds exciting. Yeah, that's a big thing. You want somebody who, like, has the respect to command the attention of the best players in the world. And there's only a few people that have that, and it's generally the OG Halo pros that have that kind of, the ones that have stuck with the game and continued to involve themselves, from an analytical side of things.
That is just good Halo right
Jamie.
there. That is just damn good Halo.
My God. No problem. Okay. Oh, if he hit it. Druck's going to pick that up, and that's a good time to switch to Druck. We haven't watched any of his POV. Here we go.
Watching it.
We got Druck comms.
Yeah, hit it.
Favorite Infinite map is Live Fire.
MB with the one
Welcome back, Jamie.
Too weak. And there's 2B, there's 2B, 2B. We can just take it. Don't you be nuts, maybe be careful. Nice.
Optic intel for COD? No. The optic intel that I have is for Halo.
Just snipe down too.
But I'm just not going to say anything.
Give me a.
You heard nothing from me.
Watch your garage, I'm watching your garage.
I know COD, in COD, Skies just joined the team. Right? That's cool. I don't know anything about Skies. I'm assuming he's a talented player.
Garage weak, MB.
Am I seeing this man? Built different? You talking about Lucid? Yeah, so, yeah, there are a few players like Bestman, like Elamite, like Lunchbox, etc., that have the background and the respect built up in the esport that, pro players would want to play under them as a coach. Royal One would be, even though he was just on FaZe, isn't he still in FA? Can he not coach current FaZe? Toucan Fruit. Oh my God, let's go.
I'm
250
a pretty
biddies.
casual player, but you've really given me an appreciation for the esports. Thanks, man.
No problem, Toucan. Thank you for the 250 biddies. Glad to hear that. That's what I'm here for, right? I love the esport in Halo. And anything I can do to like make it more approachable and exciting for you guys is W. Arrival, Toucan. Uh-oh. How we doing? How we doing, other Toucan? Dragon just landed in the Gulf of Mexico, and you say, crew safe. Okay. Let him know, Jimmy.
Nice, we need to kill it all. 2-0. Dead, bro.
I don't know about this SSG team. I like Lucid, but I don't think you don't think Lucid fits on SSG? I haven't heard that yet. Coach Gunny? I don't know.
Nice, weak. Push nice. Yeah.
Again, that's like, yeah.
Watch mud.
I don't know if I want to coach.
Back
I like streaming. Doesn't seem coach. I don't know. I don't know. I can't coach and watch party at the same time. It's just impossible, right? I could be an analyst and provide analytics
That's tricky, dumb.
outside the game. But during the game, I got to be here. I got to be involved, enjoying it, you know, broadcasting it in some capacity, whether it's commentating or live streaming or whatever. But if I'm coaching, I have to be with the team in the venue. You know, you guys, you don't get to see me anymore. If you want me to coach, you don't get to see me anymore. I'm behind the scenes.
Yeah, rat to bottom,
I can't even
rat
tell
to
you
Joe,
what I'm
rat
up
Joe,
to.
rat to Joe.
Sketty Yammers, welcome back, brother.
Joe.
I don't know. I'm just, all I was saying, guys, is that Lunchbox if Lunchbox could coach Optic again, that's what Optic needs. What I was saying is that Optic, the only thing they need right now is something like Lunchbox coaching. They need a proper, I don't want to say proper coach. Yeah, because it just sounds offensive to say that. They just need like more cohesion. They're individually nasty, but they're missing from like a coaching, like communication, I don't know, standpoint. If that makes sense. And obviously they've been kind of just like playing without, like they're just starting the VOD review, you know? They've sort of just been playing and they've been individually good enough to like make it work off their own abilities and natural, you know, experience that they have from other teams and whatnot. But I think under the right coach, they're sailing. The sky's the limit. Optic and not scrimming today. I wish, Super. Yeah. All the other top teams have that, minus FaZe. FaZe, I don't know. That's why I just brought up Royal One. I think maybe Royal One, you know, could come back to FaZe and bring some good value to the current FaZe roster. Unless APG, like, I don't know what's going on with APG. He's been MIA. It'd be cool to see APG with that team as well. Egos might not appreciate a coach. Wait, are you talking about not appreciating Lunchbox as a coach on Optic? Bro, people have such a twisted perception of Optic and their personalities, I think. It's very interesting. They didn't want Lunchbox to leave as a coach in the first place. They got a lot of respect for him. It's not an ego thing. Might cost a pretty penny, but I heard he's, oh, that would have been sick. Trying to hit the late jump off the back of the box there to stay up. SSG doing work in this game, bro. I think we're the curse or something, right? Because, like, I watch SSG play and they're losing. I watch TSM play and they're losing, bro. Brings his own world championship experience and mentality on what it takes in those big moments, not to mention his experience with, yeah, exactly. And decades of game experience, you know, winning tournaments and being a champion, you know, being around the game, like, the better part of his entire life, you know? So... And you could hear it. Like, I think it's night and day. You hear Optic, you hear Lunchbox is such a presence in Optic's comms. I've got a whole video breaking down Optic's comms from like a year or two ago. And Lunchbox is a big presence in that.
I'm about to chill in a second.
I'm to Optic? That would be interesting. Yeah, so Row 1's an FA as far as I'm aware. And he's obviously got a lot to provide. But the interesting thing with Royal 1 is his entire career, all of his accolades at least, were spent with one team, right? Working under Royal 2, Snakebite, and Frosty in the various rosters. So that's the only thing that I think holds Royal 1's accolades back, is the fact that his ability is sort of unknown because it's only ever been placed into like one roster. And he doesn't really have a competitive career. But there's no way he doesn't have a ton of like value and experience to provide a team because he's won so much with that one roster, right? There's a lot of Optic haters, yeah. And I get it. You know, like, that's the thing that I'm learning here is that there's a lot of, you know, as passionate as the fans are, equally passionate are the haters, right? You got a lot of people who really love Optic, and you got a lot of people who really equally hate them, I guess, right? This is just like a sports thing. I don't know. Just figuring out how to navigate it without too much toxicity in my chats is the key. Correct, yeah. Optic Formal wanted him to stay as a coach, but he decided on his own accord to step away. Because at one point, Tuss tried to give Renegade criticism, and Renegade wouldn't let him speak. Yeah, that's maybe there's that too, where it's like they're friends with each other and they play with each other on a regular basis. And Yeah, I don't know. Like, there might be too comfortable. They might be too comfortable around each other to like take it seriously, you know. And I think that working under like somebody else, they might take more seriously.
That is just damn good Halo.
My God, 33 months is crazy, Brian. Welcome back. Holy shit. How we doing? 33-month streak. I love to see it, man. This is the way. CTF Origin, Lucid POV. Beautiful shots off the opening. Make it 3 dead. That should be a flagpole off this, right? Talagardi, what just happened? I got a whole replay. Well, that's annoying. Is that flag moving? They got snipe and rocket control. This is Slayer. My bad, this is Slayer. I think I'm going to refresh the whole thing. Not going to like, just because it's like delayed now. Bro, I lost my voice last weekend. You can hear it in that video I uploaded. I said like, I barely spoke yesterday. Just trying to heal now. That's correct, Signum. Joining Optic comes with perks. Then boys getting eating good. Okay. Eco with 3 snipes? Oh my God, bro. Eco is going crazy right now. If only we could see it. Eco just got like 3 separate headshots and I think a body shot and that cleanup Lucid had. Spawns are opening on blue side of the map here. Lucid's, yeah, aware of it. He's trying to figure out where the spawns are splitting because his team's getting so aggressive. Nasty, nasty win. Nice opening shot, too, off awareness. Spawn them in cave now as he blocks the elbow, and then soon the spawns are going to flip over to red side. One nice efficient collapse here, and then keep it mixy. To protect the voice. We're doing okay, I think, right? I've never so consistently, you know, had to cast or whatever, you know, like on a regular basis we're talking on live stream. It is new. I've been managing okay. Wouldn't have a year 4, and that's facts. It would have a year 4, whether or not formal's there. It just wouldn't be as entertaining. Hi, Timmy. How we doing, man? What's going on with this? TD's 12-0 against Eclipse. Yeah, is anybody streaming that, though? I don't think Descendant is live. Doing good. How am I? I'm doing good, Brian. Still call you by your Discord name. Bro, you got Raven, Brian, and is it Kyle? I'm sorry, bro. Hope I got that right. Your actual name, right? I got so used to calling you by your Discord name. It's Kyle. It's definitely Kyle. Your actual name. Halo would have the money without Optic's big click tank for revenue. I don't know. They would have less money with Optic not in the esport, for sure. Last week it went well, Big Roo. 34 and engaged. Good for you, man. I don't know how to navigate the dating market in the modern day. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy. Especially with the way that like dating apps and whatnot work now. It's yeah. It's a different world. Just doing the best I can with what I got, you know? I don't know. It went well, though. Who do I think is going to be on the native team? Is there even going to be one? I don't know. If native was to pick up a roster, I feel like Triggers Down might be your best bet. TD could be good if they click. Yeah, I feel like the only team without... that or Ryandoob's team. It's between the two that are like the most attractive options for sponsorship. Reversal Perfy and TD. And Reversal Perfy actually played nice last weekend. They played better than TD. And they almost upset C9, right? Complexity had a good tournament last weekend, which was cool to see. Like the YouTube stream. Yeah, let them know, Slush. Let's go. Exactly, Michael. You know what's up. Dating apps are a me grinding. Bro, how did TSM make this comeback? They're only down by 5 now. Weren't they getting slammed a second ago, right? Something went horribly wrong here. This is a good opportunity to clean up 2 players. Way getting collapsed from the left-hand side here. Good 6-kill advantage. Make it 41. They should be able to maintain this. Red Cave, I think for sure. Yeah. Lucid already aware of it. Going to come back into the base. Plays out towards Rockets. I like this. Not going to take the solo angle. Double challenge top cat. Nice stunt work out of TSM just to guarantee that nobody gets rocks for free. Soul Snipe getting out. Getting Mixy front center. Probably going to die, but what can he do with that distraction for TSM? Yeah, spawners in cave for sure. What's wrong for SSG? I don't have a video that's like, what's wrong with SSG? That's a good clickbait, though. What is wrong with SSG? And it's just like eco on the thumbnail. That would be so fucking funny. You guys would love that. You'd eat that shit up. Is it GG's here? Nasty 5. Nasty 5. Snakebite gets the last one. Make it 50 to 45 close. We broke the curse, man. I actually watched the POV that won. New vid. Is Lucid washed? Yeah. It says washed. Picture of a player. Washed with a question mark. That's the ultimate clickbait combo. We don't have that type of content in Halo Esports. You know, people who are just like unapologetically calling shit like that. Everybody's too afraid. We're all too polite, right? We don't want to like create enemies. That one content creator is like not afraid to just talk shit, you know? Getting burned by a space heater? Yeah. Oh my god. Even laughing at that, I feel uncomfortable because I don't know how bad the burn is, you know? It's like, I think a problem with SSG is their ego. They take unnecessary fights when they should focus on staying alive. But when they play as a unit, they're actually pretty good. You could make that argument about like all the teams, you know, letting their ego, I guess, get the best of them in certain situations. We got Gambas? What's the scrim score right now? Wait, is it 6-4? I'm taking a guess. 4 SSG, 6 TSM, Druck POV, recharge. With comms. He's on a heater. Every time he goes on a tear, yeah. He's on a spree, he's on a heater from now on.
Watch out. Good door.
They are over the other one. What are you talking about, Sheet?
Bomb tower.
5-5? Are you...
Nice. Good.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Or is it 6-5? Wait. They got 4-0, didn't they?
We have the ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna play to them. I'm gonna help them.
Okay.
Healer weak. Nice. That's because half wall to red pipes.
This is the way.
Pure, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome.
Yeah, I think it is.
This is the way.
Welcome.
Nice.
I think Eco's lack of a beard is the only thing holding back his gameplay.
I'll play weak. I'll play one shot.
Elon Musk and Trucks PC. How are those frames so high? I don't know. Stellar has the same situation. Stellar's got over 400 frames when he plays too.
I don't play.
He's playing on a supercomputer.
On it? Yeah, I'm dead, man.
It's basically a space heater. Has all the answers on what to do. I know. You always get the chatters who, the only thing they need to do is this, and they would be, and they're shit because they don't do it. They'd be gods if they did do it. It's that simple.
Showing you. This one B. Yeah.
100% Cap. 100%. Hate is gonna hate no matter what you do. Welcome to any sort of sport. This is what I'm learning. If we have lots of haters, it's I guess it means that our esport is getting healthier. That's the only way that I can look at it. That's the bright side of this, right? The more haters that you see, whether it's haters for Optic or Eco or any specific player, the more dialogue and interest in the sport itself. That's what comes with the territory, is what I'm learning. So see it as a sign of a healthy esport. What's up, William? We're chilling, man. Watching Halo. Can't complain. Back at it. We're back at it, bro. You know why Optic ain't scrimming? Because they're lazy. Nah, imagine. I think they're VOD reviewing today. I hope they're scrimming tomorrow, and we'll watch them if they are.
First person tower, look at him.
I could be Halo's Keemstar, bring the drama. Yeah, and Keemstar, I know he's so loved by the world, isn't he?
Bomb right on you, Hunter. Bomb right on.
For the incredible value that he has to provide.
Yeah, bomb mid, bomb mid. One weak bomb mid. Orange door, orange door.
Shyway calls Optic lazy. Fans react.
Shock
rifle inbound.
Only 60 likes? That's unacceptable. How could they, Rebel?
One back though.
400 people watching, only 60 like it? No way. What's up, JC? How we doing? 2025, who I think is the best sniper? I really don't know, man. Nobody's definitively the best. This is what I say, right? Nobody's ever definitively the best. It varies from day to day. One day it could be Lucid, or one tournament it could be Lucid, one tournament it could be Stellar, it could be Renegade. I just leave it up to the major tournaments. We watch a major event, then we look back on the event. Who is the best sniper of the event? That's the world's best sniper for that weekend. There are players that deserve to be in the conversation, like Lucid, Renegade, Stellar, you know, etc. Based on stuff that we've seen from them in the past, but Sparty, yeah, Sparty's definitely disgusting. Sparty in ranked and his no-scope consistency and like how he hits no-scopes, yeah, he's definitely like a top sniper for sure. He's up there. That's some of the craziest shit I've ever seen in Halo. Royal 2, 100%, right? You could have a good conversation for all these guys, and to say that one is definitively the best, like all the time, like, it just doesn't make sense. It's just a pissing contest out here, bro. Who could piss harder, and for how long?
Suitcases. Backside. He's on ball. He's crate.
Yeah, let's try to focus up on that. When it comes to movement, when it comes to, you know, mechanics, Druck is one of the best. So that's an interesting thing about watching his POV. Frosty went mad. Oh, yeah. In every aspect of his play, not just the S7. He had, like, the triple with the combo in Solitude. Frosty was playing lights out. Dude was definitely a standout. Beautiful slide, straight to combo, right? You sprint off that ledge with perfect timing, you're going to get a curb slide despite the height of the ledge. And all the pros have been using that to jet to the end of pipes. Nice late jump, right? Backs off, late jumps, shoots Stellar, gets pure efficient damage, and takes none in return. Makes it an easy cleanup for his teammate. That's ball time. TSM going to come out with the win off this. Oh my god! It's crazy that he knows that that will hit, like that it can hit, that he even goes for it, right? I wouldn't even go for a combo at that range, bro. Druck just showed us like a perfect, you know, 45-second sequence of Halo right there from Pipes. I was like, there's no way. He's probably like, yeah, I might as well. You know, it's the round's over anyway. Let me hit a cross-map combo shot just to see. That arc was nuts. That was some Halo 5 combo shit right there. Walks off to the tall battery and then jumps backwards to it. There's only 2 alive for SSG. He's getting grappled on. That would have been a sick headshot if he hit it. Yeah. He calls it they're going to grapple the ball from bat ledge, right? That's a good call out from Druck, so they know to shoot bat ledge immediately. But he's grappling in a way where he cuts the sight line. Nade clamber. That nade goes straight into the door is a good way to enter the top 8. It's so difficult to break this door properly. Gonna get the nade shot. Yeah, he's shooting himself. Clean win right here. Snake bite 100. Oh, he beat him down. Thankfully, his teammates pushing Turbine at the same time, so it doesn't matter that he got the beat down, but always got to watch out for that. He opened A right now. He's killing... Yeah, now he's opening a split spawn in A as he collapses in long. He's got them in a blender. That was perfectly timed on Snakebite. 400 FPS, I know. They're going to keep spawning in A behind them.
One shot.
Yep. Druck's POV is nasty, bro. Most improved? Last year, he was definitely, like, one of the notable, especially because he wasn't around for a whole year, and then he came back and still placed top 4, right? Like, he missed a full year of competition because of the visa issues. He played 2023 Charlotte, and then he wasn't back until, like, what, 2024? What's up, Wonka? SSG play Optic in these opens? They did one time. They got 3-0'd, I think, or 3-1. They played a winners semis a week ago.
Like a camo.
Movement tech feels fast. Yeah, Druck plays on 120 FOV. He's one of the few players that does. BR is great for long range. Yeah, suppressing fire at long range, the BR is better than the bandit. Does the plasma track? The plasma does, off what we just witnessed. It's not 100% consistent at that range, but Druck proved that you can cross-map the plasma and it'll, in certain situations, still track. Yeah, he plays he's been playing 120 since launch. He's the druckiest player in the league. I'm inclined to agree, bro. I don't think there's anybody druckier. I think it's pretty cemented. That was a nasty cleanup. TSM looking like they're going to win this oddball game at this rate.
Yeah, we can kill this guy. They're going to spawn soon.
Once their fees at 120 FOV, everything feels so impressive. I don't think they do 120 FOV for all of their... I swear it's like 110 or something. Their observer feed?
You're gonna jump up trippy, one shot, jumping up trippy.
One of the only 120 FOVs. I feel like most play at that FOV. No, most pros don't play at 120. Snakebite does, Stellar might, but most pros play on a lower FOV than, like, between 100 and like 110. That's where most pros tend to be. Like Bound and Legend are on 108, right? World 2's all over the place.
Top right, top right.
Frosty's on a lower FOV. It's easier. I find it easier to aim on a lower FOV, personally.
Yeah. And
108 is more common. Yeah, between 100 and 110 is where most of the pros seem to sit. Lucid's on a higher FOV, but I think he's like 110, maybe 115. 105. Yeah, I mean, depending on your FOV, it's an indication of how good you are. You can make anything work, right? There's no... Boo Boo had a phase where he was on like 84, bro. Or like something like that. He was on like 84, and his BR was like half the size of his screen. And he was... I don't know, it was working for him. It's 5-5, yeah. This is the decider.
No, it's not. We should ape red.
He's been at 105 for a minute. Oh, did he change it? Okay. My bad. I've seen him try 120 for a bit. Like, I've seen him play on high FOVs. That's the thing, is they switch their FOVs up. Druck is like the only player that I know that's never changed it. He's been on 120, I think, since launch, and he just doesn't change it. As far as I'm aware. Other pros, like, they'll experiment with it and then come back to something else. But he's honestly kind of unique in that regard.
One bomb tower. Bomb tower, weak snake play. Yeah.
Play 104. Last shot plays 104. So, I mean, it's up to you, man. It's your comfort at the end of the day. If you've got some of the best players in the world playing similar FOVs, then I don't think it's the FOV that's really going to change a lot. Like, you got to just do what you like. Wuda might. Yeah, so M&K is different. M&K, you might be able to justify being a 120 or a high FOV player because of just the difference of playing on the other peripheral. So Wuda might be on 120. And yeah, LVT's observer POV sets the FOV for everyone. So it's just one FOV for all. So if they're on 120, then everybody's on 120, according to LVT perspective, right? But players are different. Oh my god, dirty. He late jumps in like every gunfight if he can. He sprint strafes like every gunfight. 2 minutes left here, playing for shock and grapple. I guess just grapple in this case. Field of view, yeah. Good beat down. SSG gonna get a setup off this. What are the benefits of playing with lower FOV? Higher FOV makes the game feel faster, which is not really a benefit necessarily. You can see more of your peripheral with a higher FOV, obviously, but targets appear farther away, and I find that close quarters gunfights feel like kind of awkward to navigate. Personally, I don't know. Druck's having no trouble with it. Lower FOV, you see less of your environment, but like precise aiming, especially in closer quarters, your aim feels like snappier. I don't know. My aim feels like, to me, more responsive on a lower FOV. Insanely crazy. Hold on.
Oh, that is just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo. My god.
Let's get it. Crazy. Welcome to the way, brother. First time sub. Prime Gaming. Love to see you, man. Promised to give you my prime. Did you? You followed through. Let's go. Thank you, man.
Yeah, watch your mangler.
120 always feels like the target is super slim in close range fights. Yeah, And something about the feel of the aiming specifically. Like, aiming sensitivity feels different at different FOVs, right? So if you're playing on like 6 sensitivity and you switch your FOV, it's going to feel different on like 90 than it does on 120, fundamentally.
One shower 2. One shell 2.
Feels like slower, your aim on a high FOV, kind of. So you kind of want a faster sense to compensate.
Top red, top red, top red.
That is just good
Six.
Halo right there. That is just
Damn good Halo.
Oh my god.
3 months. Welcome back. Let's get it. Making progress, ladies and gentlemen. 1222 subs at a 1250.
Yeah, he's one.
That's the goal today.
Watch your chase, watch your chase.
What, drug dying, chasing kills?
I'm not getting him all, I'm not getting him all.
We've lost possession.
Red bar, red bar.
Oh,
red bar, red door,
he red barred him.
Top red, one shot. Top red, one shot.
Red bar is still a
And
thing
pipes, Bellage.
in
Three red,
Infinite in the same way that it was in Halo 5, huh?
That could be one tower.
So like the reason he red barred that, because he 3-shot beatdown, I'm pretty sure. And the only way that you get a red bar is if Snakebite has a significant shield advantage over his opponent, basically. It's like Druck was like a one-shot. I've analyzed this before. Red bar is like it's consistent. It has something to do with the health advantage that Snakebite has over him.
Yeah, one's bomb red.
What controllers are everybody using? Druck is using the Razer V3. Red bar is like, so basically after he beat down Snakebite has no health and no shields. Like literally anything would kill Snakebite. He's got 0 health, 0 shields. It appears like a bug, but it happens consistently, and it only happens if you do a beatdown trade and one person has significantly more shields than the other. So like Druck was already like a one-shot before Snakebite beat down, and Snakebite was 3 shots in, he still had shields. And because Snakebite has like that much of a shield advantage, there's a math to it. Then it basically didn't result in a proper beatdown trade. Even though Druck did a 3-shot beatdown, something canceled out due to the shield advantage, which left him as a red bar, basically. It's an H5 thing. I would always predict when it would happen. Yeah, well, it happens depending on the damage advantage, basically.
We should kill this guy. Nice, needs low. Yeah, we have to go picks low.
Nice to see you too, Metro. Welcome, brother.
Hey, bomb tower, tell me.
The moan at the start of Damn Good Halo. You want to hear it again real quick, Juice?
We stacks.
Anybody want to sub so we can hear me moan?
2 1-shot stacks, 2 1-shot C+ stacks, and 1 sticky. Nice. One more C+.
Turns red, but also empty. Yeah, it's red and empty health and shield bar.
That is just
there
good
it is.
Halo right there. That is just
Damn good Halo.
Oh my god.
Oh, yo, 1 year.
Bomb red.
12 months of Damn Good Halo, Rascal. Let's get it, brother. 1 year anniversary. Love to see it. Need a bits alert of the moan, huh?
Hey, top red, weak.
Yeah, exactly. So you could breathe on him and he would die. You could throw a nade at him, and the impact of the grenade on his body would kill him.
Bomb tower on me, there's 2.
Which is a fastball. Without blowing up, basically. Whip a nade at his head. Wow. Dead. You got 400 FPS? What kind of PC you working with, Gizmo? Broward delete his Twitter? What happened to Adam? Oh, I have no idea, Toucan. I'm not sure. Barbosa! How we doing, man?
You're
Breathtaking.
You're all breathtaking.
Thank you for the $5 super chat, brother. Happy Tuesday, Shine Chat. What's the difference between the 2 bandits besides the reticle? Got the Corona lights flowing. Difference between the 2 bandits besides... Oh! So the bandit that we're using here is the Bandit Evo. It's got a scope, and it's got no recoil. The M392 bandit has recoil, like straight up recoil. If you spam the shot, it goes up with the shots. And it's got no scope attached. Everything else, I think, is identical. And because it has no scope, it means you can't descope it as well. Like, you can't aim it as far, but you also can't descope when somebody's aiming at the hip with the M392 bandit. Low-key, the upward recoil of the M392 bandit might be kind of nice on the Evo. It makes accuracy a little bit more challenging. Adds a skill gap to the gun, kind of. So the M392 bandit did fire slightly faster, but I'm not sure if it does anymore, because remember they nerfed the speed, the rate of fire of the bandit? I think they might have put them at parity when they did that nerf. And I'd have to test it. But yeah, originally the M392 bandit was slightly faster than the Evo. but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'd have to test it again. Season's the first time I watched scrims consistently. Yeah, you and me both, brother. Roster mania was needed. I agree. Scrims were happening this whole time, but like I never really, I don't know, thought to like cover it in this level of depth or just like engage with it like this until roster mania hit. And it's changed everything, bro. Like now I don't know, I'm locked in now. I look forward to this. Lucid wants that repetitive recoil. Yeah, exactly. Lucid wants the steady, exactly, up recoil on the bandit. That's one of you know, several kind of ideas that he has. Less aim assist, you know, stuff like that. It would make the bandit maybe a little bit more competitive because if you're spamming it at long range, then it would be harder to hit your shots, making crossfire more challenging, team shotting more challenging. So, again, adding to like more skill elements. Yeah, the Evo initially had a slower fire rate, but like I was saying, they lowered the bandit, the rate of fire on both the bandits, and I think they might have matched them when they did that. No plans to go to Arlington. I'll be watching it if I don't go, Ra. So I'll be covering it the best I can, but can I ask for Observer? Maybe. I tend to be so busy watching different POVs and scrims that it doesn't feel necessary to have Observer feed sometimes, right? Especially if like Optic has multiple POVs. But, you know, it's on my mind. Is this for GGs, guys? This is a big moment right here. 24 seconds left. He's 66 to 63. He's holding it in tower, which is interesting. He knows he's going to get pushed from long haul, I guess.
Play turbine. Just lift turbine. Lift turbine. Go where pipes or something.
Play it turbine. Okay.
Yeah, bomb tower. Bomb tower. One shot.
Oh no! He didn't kill him.
Good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
They got to live for 15 seconds. Ultra, welcome, brother. Thank you. Hold on. Did they win off this? They kill Soul Snipe. Somehow, who was he fighting? Druck fighting in tower? They're going to lose now. I don't think Druck's idea was a bad one. I think they just couldn't win their fights. Nice trade. 10 seconds now. Druck can't get out. That's going to be GG's. An SSG win off that survival in tower. That was insane. Druck like threw a sticky and beat down was a snake bite. Couldn't get the kill. Oh, man. I did go to the gym, Ross. We had to rush it, though, because I was so late today. But I did. I did some shoulders today. Holy. Ultra Vegito, welcome back. Oh, no, the Gifted. Let's go. Gifted to T6. Welcome to the way. Thank you, Vegito. Appreciate it, brother. We are at 12:23, and TSM takes the lead in the scrim, by the way. 6-5. Or sorry. SSG takes the lead in the scrim, 6-5. Again, yeah, like Druck, instead of playing the ball off the map, he decided, let's like keep control of it, throw it into turbine where we can bait it. If he throws it bottom mid, it's still a good bait spot, but maybe a little bit harder to pick up off of. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen something like that before. If he got his kills, it would have been GG's. Nobody could get their kills. Pump it up. Talk about the subs or the gym or both. 5090 graphics card is a demon. Wait, is that what that chatter had? I might have missed it. 5090 sounds crazy. Stretch. I don't really got anything to stretch right now. I'm kind of chilling. But for a run today, nice Ross. I didn't do that. I got to do more cardio, bro. Is there a way of getting the old Sentinel coatings? Do you know? I don't think so, bro. This happened with Envy and all the other teams that left the esport. Their coatings get vaulted and you can't access them anymore, which is part of the incentive to buy them now. Buy everything. Gamba, let's go, Sheet. Who's winning this? TSM, SSG for this upcoming scrim. Kettlebells are nice, yeah, for like lunges and whatnot, different workouts. Why not drop it off back and play for spawn? Like drop it off back silo and play for spawn? Yeah, potentially.
Two top mid. Kevin's weak.
I think like they wanted to just like keep a level of control over it, you know, rather than completely set it to neutral and throw it away early. Nobody was in C ready for him to like set up and throw it. So like if he throws it off, he might have gotten. I don't know. You know, honestly, like that could have worked too. I think any play could have worked. They just have to get their kills, right? Like.
This guy's hiding.
Damn, Fuzi. I'll try.
Hiding low hut.
What's an alternative to that word? I'm just gonna call it the pole, bro. Hands on the pole. Nasty cleanup. Make it 2. The objective is moving. They're juggling it. Just got my hero, so I don't need armor. If Halo CE remake is real, you think HCS would switch that? Hard to imagine going back to CE. So if whatever Halo game comes out next, if it has competitive multiplayer, that's the next HCS. So if it's a Halo CE remake and it has competitive multiplayer, then that will be the next competitive Halo, essentially. Will that happen? I don't know, bro. I don't think we're going to get a CE remake in the way that, like, people might think. Like, if we do get a CE remake, it's going to be like a reboot with Sprint and Clamber. Like, get ready. You guys are going to, you know. I don't know, man.
I'm on.
It's going to be like a Disney reboot of Star Wars, basically.
Running it.
CE's already remastered, yes.
Yeah, I'm getting shot from Mohawk. He killed me.
All right. Got some good mileage on that pole. Soul Snipe gunning for it.
That's huge. I spawned as far as fuck. You might have to go for foot touch on there.
Watch the Ogres come out of retirement? Nah, because it's not going to play. There's no way in hell a remake of CE plays like CE. I don't know. I doubt it. It's just not going to happen. It's a product of a bygone era of gaming, right? Like, the way that CE plays, the way the spawn system works, the balance of everything, like, it's just not going to be done again. That's it. It's going to be left in the past. I just don't see it happening. I think an H3 type remaster or something would have been nice, you know, but just kind of random to do that now. Like, when we hit the 10-year anniversary of H3, they should have done one. In, like, 2017 or whatever. There should have been, like, there should have been an H3 remaster.
Watch and touch. He's starting in. They're long haul. And back flag. Long haul and back flag.
CE spawn system, well, it was unique. I think by today's standards, it would be, like, chalked up as, you know, broken or, like, unfair or just not good game design or something like that. But, like, the way that it works competitively for the people that actually, like, took the time to embrace the game is consistent and, like, part of the exciting aspect of what makes the game, you know, different. Or you get what I'm saying. Bernard, thank you for the follow, brother. The way that CE spawn system works is, like, a huge part of why people love CE, like competitive players do. But it's also, like, what would, like, it's just something that wouldn't fly today. You know, it's like early 2000s humor in a 2025 movie. Unfortunately, you get canceled now, you know. How they do ODST and everyone has no shields? Could that be competitive? That sounds like Call of Duty. We're playing with ODSTs with no shields and sprint and slide. We might as well be playing Call of Duty. What was unique about CE spawns? Basically, like, you can manipulate the spawn system to have a player spawn or your teammate spawn in the exact location, like in a very specific location every time. If you understood the system, then you could spawn, you know, your teammate in this set location based on what you're doing, or spawn your opponent in a set location based on what you're doing. And you could, like, highly manipulate it, which would make it such that, like, if you understood how the spawns worked, then you would shit on somebody to the point where they couldn't even breathe. Like, they'd spawn and die instantly, which, like, from a game design standpoint, for a casual audience, if people figure that out and manipulate that, then the game, it's going to hurt the game in a modern video game, you know? It works in the context of CE because that, you know, that type of gameplay wasn't problematic back then, you know? It was embraced back then. But nowadays, like, if you have a spawn system that allows people to, like, insta-spawn kill just because they've, like, learned how to maximize it or whatever, like, that, people would get upset or I don't know, I just don't think it'd be well received. Yeah, Narrows had something like that with Halo 3, mainly because the map design in Narrows was, like, kind of simple. There weren't a lot of places for players to spawn. So they would, at times, spawn directly in your reticle while you're sniping, and that would lead to some big clips. But with Halo CE, it was, like, even more abusive, you know? With Halo CE, it was...
Yeah, one summit behind you guys, bro.
You know, it was, like, how you played the game was forcing players to spawn in a certain way. On Wizard, you could sit on ramp, opponent would spawn your bottom center. It was also manipulated in H2 1v1 after FFAs. Yeah, all Halos have some element of spawn manipulation. I just think in like CE was probably the most oppressive, right? But even Halo 5, I thought Halo 5 did it right, where Halo 5 had like a balance of spawns that were safe and made sense, but were also consistent enough that like you could create spawn traps in Halo 5. They were powerful, but not overpowered, you know? There was a good balance of like value that you got for spawn trapping, but not so much that it dictated the gameplay. CE Combat Evolved is the first Halo game. This CE stands for Combat Evolved, which is also a Halo technique, right? That's the origin of the launching weapons across the map is called CEing a weapon, Combat Evolving, which you can do in Infinite. You also had a thrust to help you live. That's true, yeah. So you could break out of a spawn deficit. You had more options to break out. First, OBJ point down. Bro, I can't believe I can't say that. For how long? SSG up 1-0 in this. That was a hell of a battle, right? Back and forth for 7 minutes. What factor determines how good a player is? KD? Well, no. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into how impactful you were in a game, right? So, like, KD is a valuable factor. Like, overall in ability? I don't know. I think KD does matter. It definitely does matter. But, like, you've got damage and how much assists that you're adding to a team. How long you survive on average, how efficient you are of damage you deal. There's a lot of ways to like productively contribute to a game that aren't necessarily like just KD specifically, but I think if your overall KD is really high, that's an indication that you're a good player for sure. So if you played like thousands of games and your KD is like 2.0 or something plus, then you're probably, you know, outslaying and like a solid player. Oh, that'll be tough, Brian. That'll be tough. Should I just keep calling you Brian or what? I'm just gonna say that's just your name now, bro. Does that cancel it out? I can say flag now? Oh my god. Damage per life is a solid metric, yeah, and your damage efficiency, so how much damage you do per kill as well, which is an interesting one for esports specifically, like a team's damage efficiency. How often does your team get kills off of damage that they're dealing on the map? And if that's like a bad statistic, if you're doing a ton of damage and you're not getting like a lot of kills for the damage that you're dealing, then that could be a sign of like inefficiency on your team, which was an issue that FaZe had, according to Miquin. Drug zooming, bro. Getting away with it. Making it work. Love they added thrusters. I mean, there are thrusters in the game. It's just, yeah, not off spawn. How do you check that? It's like a calculation that you got to do. It's not exactly... if you go to like Halo Data Hive, they might have statistics on... They have more in-depth statistics on your games. You can see like what maps and game types you're weakest and... You know, some indications as to why that is. But it's also like a calculation damage efficiency. Can he hit a shot here? That was a nice attempt, bro. He got de-scoped. If he had that time to line it up, he might actually got a last-second blaner. They got 2 minutes 45 to make an impact here. Dredge and dip. Is that how I say it? Thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. Halo Data Hive. Here, I'll give you a link. Oh, wait, no. Halo Tracker. Sorry. Halo Tracker. Halo Tracker. There's a Halo Data Hive is for scrims, right?
Let's get stage, I think. Hey, stage.
Look up your gamer tag on Halo Tracker if you want like more details about your specific gamer tag. Stage. Truck. Flag moving off the double kill spawn control. This one's going to OT. That is going in. We got OS coming up as well. Can they stay alive and transition this into something? Make it 2 dead. Nice stagger at a Soul Snipe. Soul Snipe did work off that life, giving Druk some space to hopefully keep control of the side of the map and Talik the OS. Talik gets the OS.
I'm gonna OE with snipe.
No, OE with snipe. This is an interesting play. He's got 1 bullet in sniper. He's going through tunnel. They're coming together.
Yeah, hold the map for us.
Looking for a sneaky flank play here on SSG. They might have left that lane open. Druk is doubling back, trying to figure out where they are. Talik dies alone. This didn't really work out. Only thing you can do in this situation.
He's our water.
They call that water. Bro, Stellar got 2 big kills off that. That's a flagpole opportunity for SSG. Through the tunnel, maybe? Or up the ramp. Up the ramp.
Nice,
He
nice,
died.
nice.
Big kill.
Just take their left. Take left. Take left. Hey, running a top mid. Pick our low mohawk.
Oh no.
Pick our mohawk. One shot mohawk. One shot mohawk. Nice,
Huge, huge, huge. Is Luce is the only guy? He's dead. Nice. And then Stellar off spawn.
I'm maping. I'm blocking hut.
Advantage state
blocking hut,
TSM
flag.
now. Yeah, blocking hut.
Flag, can we get pull?
The 3 that died are gonna
One
spawn back
flag.
flag. They're just, yeah, they're spawning now.
I'm looking long. I'm looking long. One shot on no E. Probably gonna E. Probably gonna E.
Oh no. Great nade at a snake bite.
One's long haul. I think one no E. One shot mohawk coming. Dead. I'm looking right now, bro. Ready. There, one down, one shot. Green window.
Oh my god. Huge. Stellar gonna die here. Stellar gonna kill on Cherish last second. Holy shit. Bro, that guy's, he's so accurate, right? For him to just like sail through the air like that. Well, one shot and still get the 5 on Cherish before he dies. Slow and steady though. They're still holding control of this.
There's. I go.
GG.
Power items inbound.
Beautiful life out of Drug. Oh my word. He's doing a lot, right? Keeping the flag in play and tossing it up, but also not lingering in like the, you know, on the run for too long. He like backed up and came back to Mohawk and snuck up on Stellar.
I said I was gonna wait.
2.59 KD on tracker, not bad. That's pretty good, man. Yeah, it's your KDA, I think. It's your KDA, so it's your kills, deaths, and assists, which will, so it's not just your kills and deaths.
Even dropped. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Druck absolutely frying, bro. TSM back to tying the scrim now, 6-6. This team is dangerous. They had a rough weekend. Nav, thank you for the follow. TSM had a like, by their standards, very sloppy weekend.
You like dropped in front of me.
Druck popped into my chat after their tournament, right? They got top 12 or something. He said that the opens don't matter. So apparently the 3 open tournaments that we just had, all of these are for the qualifier tournament this upcoming weekend. Like, I didn't realize that. I thought the open tournaments were for seeding points for the major, but the 3 open tournaments we had are for seeding points for the qualifier for the major, which just sounds like ridiculous and redundant. But the qualifier for the major is this upcoming weekend, and now the seeding has been set. Basically, SR is now first seed for that qualifier. I don't know where TSM lands. Depending on your final result in this qualifying tournament, then your seeds for the major are set, basically. So basically, all of those open tournaments don't really even matter. All they do is matter for seeding for the freaking online qualifier, is what I'm trying to say. And this online qualifier sets the seeding for the major. So the results of this one online qualifier tournament will set the seeding for the April major, basically. Well, no, LVT has been consistently running their tournaments for like a year or 2 years now. Like their qualifying tournaments online. The first year Infinite, they had HCS do that, but now LVT's been, you know, killing it in that category, so they just let LVT do it. So the qualifier is this weekend, not 2 days. AFG Killjoy. So it would be, thank you, brother. It would be Saturday, Sunday, this weekend, the qualifier for the April major. And then the following weekend after that is the 50K KSON Invitational that has no qualifying. It's just the top 4 teams, right? That's like a totally separate 50K tournament. Are you confused yet? And if you're not, I'll throw you some more curveballs later. Hands on the pole and dance it off. Hell yeah. Optic can still get first seed for Arlington if they win this upcoming qualifier. Correct. So basically, Optic is second seed for the qualifier for Arlington. But they can get first seed for Arlington if they win the qualifier this weekend. Tiny bit confused. It's a little weird. I was confused. I didn't figure this out till Druck told me in my chat last weekend. They're 12 games into the scrim, so they might have like a couple more. We got a live fire strongholds coming up next. Think there'll be any events next year? No idea, Gabriel. I'm kind of just, we're in the present. You know what I mean? I'm just worried about what we know, and then we'll worry about what's happening next year. How many teams play in the qual? Everybody, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Then again, I'm not sure. Like, the other tournaments are called opens. I don't know if the qualifier is like not open or whatever. All the top teams will be playing in it without a doubt, you know? So like all your sponsored orgs, your top 10 teams, you know, complexity up basically. Actually, complexity at a good, I don't know where complexity ranks now. Hi, Samantha. This is the damn way. Confusing or not, we're figuring it out. Yeah, this weekend will be good, okay? This will be exciting. And we got a COD tournament as well that I'll, you know, maybe watch a little bit of. I heard that I'm going to get a copyright strike if I watch it on Twitch, though. They were 6th this weekend. Thank you, Wari. Cloud9 has been improving. Yeah, no, Cloud9 has stayed consistent, and they placed top 4 last weekend. So they're exciting to watch right now. Smash the like button. Listen to Rebel. We got 450 of you guys in the YouTube chat. All you got to do is hit one button for me, please. Pretty please. We're also almost at 62,500 subscribers, so feel free to hit sub as well. I'd appreciate it. Costs you nothing, helps a lot. Thank you, Rebel. Yeah, I think it helps with the algo. The subscribers helps too. We're trying to grow this thing as big as we can get it, you know? Thank you, Ark. Just glad to be part of the process, brother. Good evening, Samantha. How you doing? Sorry about that, Travis. You took one for the team, huh? This weekend will be fun. Yeah, I don't even care what it's for. You know what I mean? Like, damn good Halo is damn good Halo, regardless of whether it's a qualifier for a qualifier, you know, whatever. Let's go, Necro. Thank you, brother. I actually got to trim it or something. But I've been so busy, I've been just haven't even done any like maintenance. I hit the shower and then I got out and we're here. Hulk smashed it. Love to hear it. Scrims are not over. Not this one. The others might be. Envor's 10 Rise Scrim is over. Here. Data Hive. SR 10 Ode Complexity today. I guess they stopped it at 10. Triggers down 13-1 to Eclipse. Eclipse is, I think, Zuzi and Uzi's team. I think. Tenrai is Envor and team. 6-4 Luminosity Reversal Perfy. I think they ended like that. Unless Eclipse is the Envor team. I don't know, actually. You would think Tenrai would pop up in here. Let's find out. Oh, no. Envor's team is Eclipse. My bad. So, Super CC, Kruvu, Envor, Tony. Okay.
This is the way.
Jake. Thank you for the YouTube follow, brother. Let's go. Welcome. Appreciate it. Eclipse is Envor. Okay, cool. I got 13 out. That's ascending. You're right. That's ascending baseline. Thank you. Vibes are excellent, Jay. How we doing? Thank you for the graphic today, brother. Lethal still streaming with Boo Boo. No, not sorry, teaming. He's not teaming with Boo Boo. He's teaming with this team. Triggers down. Descendant, Ezo, and Collect. Ezo, Descendant, Collect, Lethal, Super CC, Kruvo, Envor, Tony. Boo Boo is on C9 and had a glow up last weekend, which was cool to see. Boo Boo outplaced his duo, Falcated, in the last online qualifier. They beat FaZe for top 4, which was pretty dope. Also allowed SSG to make it into top 3. I don't know if I want to say allowed, but like SSG didn't have to play FaZe last weekend, and they beat C9. They made it to top 3 for the first time in the online qualifiers. Lucid POV for Stronghold's Live Fire. Triggers Down back in Halo. So Triggers Down is not an org. Triggers Down is just a team name. So technically they could be back in any time, right? There's no, unfortunately, no like actual org backing Triggers Down. It's just an OG team name at the moment. Ryan Noob just brought the team name back, and then Lethal, for whatever reason, carried it with his current roster. So Lethal and team actually need an org representing them. Yeah, it's an unfortunate mess. Having a proper org, like, for example, Straight Rippin', has been an org in the past, like in Halo 5. I don't think they're active in Halo right now. But they need an actual org, supporting, funding their travel and stuff like that. Who do I think will shock us the most after the first major? Tim! Holy shit! Is that real?
That is just good Halo.
What
right
the hell?
That is just damn good Halo.
My God. Tim McBride just dropped a 50 gifted on YouTube. Holy shit. I've never seen that on YouTube. My God. Travis, Daniel, Mikey, David, B-Flow, Metapotamus, Harry, Zach White, Jim, Cody, Jared, O-Face, Fungus, Austin, Dalton, Carls, L.A., Ka, Dr. Terry, Anthony.
That is just good Halo
Wow.
right there. That is just damn good Halo. My
Amish,
God.
Justin, Ace, Tangi, Prison, Barbosa. All right, let's go.
That is just good Halo right there.
That is just damn good Halo.
My God.
Tim McBride, you goat. I don't know who you are. You're a goat now. You
That is
king,
just good
brother.
Halo right there.
Thank
That
you,
is just
man.
damn good Halo.
My God. I've never seen a 50 gifted on YouTube. Thank you for being the first one to ever drop 50 on YouTube.
That is just good Halo right
Wow.
there. That is just damn good Halo.
My God. We're doing incredible, Snacks. How you doing, bro? YouTube or Twitch chat gonna feel left out now, bro.
That is just good Halo
Usually
right there.
Twitch is
That
the one with the
damn
gifts.
good Halo.
My God. Holy. And off that, we've got Snakebite and team on a heater, on a space heater here for SSG.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just
damn
damn good Halo,
bro.
My God.
You might actually hear that 50 times. I might have to lower that. That's actually incredible. He's a Superman.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just damn
Welcome,
good Halo. My God.
Buddha Mode, Gabriel, Caleb, John, Grux, Jay, Ghost, and
That is just good Halo
Brandon,
right there.
Joseph.
That is just damn good Halo.
My God. Let me know if Tim says anything. I hope I don't miss his message. Thank you so much, Tim. Holy shit.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Shakes overkill 50 times. I'll lower the sound of it a little bit. It's just
That
not
is just
like
good Halo right there. That is just
damn good Halo. You want me to turn it up? 100 points account here for
That
SSG.
is just good Halo right there. That is just
He
damn
did say
good
something?
Halo.
What
My
did he
God.
say? Hold on. There's so many sub notifications. This is the weird thing about YouTube
That is
chat.
just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo.
My God. Is the YouTube chat shows a message for each gifted member as a message, right? So it's
That is
like
just
I
good
have to
Halo
read
right
it through
there.
the...
That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Oh, really enjoying the covers this season. Thanks, dude. Watching all the time while at work. Thank you, Tim. I see it, brother. I appreciate you so
That is
much,
just
man.
good Halo right
I'm
there.
glad I could do
is
that
just
for you.
Damn good Halo. My God.
You're a goat, man. Thank you. Really generous. He did. I see it. Thank you. I had to scroll.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo.
That's how I lose my voice, bro. For good reason, though. For good reason, honestly. Like, you guys are awesome.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just
Gunny
damn
play this
good
weekend?
Halo. My God.
Maybe. I hope so. It's cool seeing Gunny and team like take a game off C9, the team that plays top
That is just
freaking
good
4.
Halo right there. That is just
I
damn
wish they
good
were
Halo.
more like
My
psyched
God.
about that in the moment, though.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
We got multiple goated Tims, Timmy and Tim McBride.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Pirate's tired of damn good Halo. I told him to shut the frig. Hey, be
That is
nice.
just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
I never get tired of it. I don't know about you guys. It's gonna be a long year if we're doing this every week, bro. Every day of every week.
Halo right there. That is just
Scrims
damn
into
good Halo.
events.
My God.
Because, like, I guess after mid-April, there's gonna be a break, right? Like a couple weeks where we just don't watch scrims. I guess maybe
That is
one
just
week.
good Halo right there. That is just damn
Pretty
good
sure this
Halo.
is just
My
gonna go
God.
steady till October. So get used to it.
That is
I'm
just
gonna lower
good
this
Halo
down a
right
little bit,
there.
but thank you
That
so
is
much,
just
man.
damn good Halo. My God.
SSG holding on to a hell of a sequence here, right? 167 and counting. Lucid taking faces.
Halo right there. That is
A little up flick to the head right there. He was slightly below head level, but reacted and flicked up to Cherish's face. They got them spawning in OS here. They're going to push and retake A.
right there. That is just damn good Halo.
Nice body. Spots a second player who's one shot. Deleted by Eco. Drug forced to back off. Don't even dare challenge him. Don't even dare challenge Lucid.
That is just damn good Halo.
That repulse is on the floor beside the tower. I wonder if he's going to reposition and grab it. That Moan deserves an emoji. We got to get a whole new set. Yeah.
Right there. That is just damn good Halo.
My God. Gun sounded like a psych. I mean, I don't know, Seawood. It definitely wasn't like what I wanted to hear, you know, because I love, you know, Gunny's passion, and I want to see him succeed. Shyway gets back to rank and places plat after not playing. Right now, we're 1,600. We played a few games last week. That was it. Oh, trip cap TSM. Hold on. Lucy gonna hide in the back of B, kind of like this. Split spawning in B. They're not sure if he's here. Oh, they dated out. Atrocity. Thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. Is it good to have sniper zoom sense on 1.4? I saw Frosty set zoom sense on 1. Oh, mine's on 1.3. It's really up to you. Damn good Halo. Wait, what's B2A? So your zoom sense is preference, right? Like I have 1.2 for the lower. For the 1.4 scope, I've got 1.2. For the sniper scope, I have 1.3. For the shock scope, I have 1.4. Belt to ass. Okay. Belt to ass. It's really preference. But I do recommend having a higher sensitivity in scope versus your base sensitivity for the sniper.
That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Such a bad idea for Lucy to go get that camo with snipe. Maybe, Rod. He was almost out of bullets, no? 225 account. They're about to close this out. Stellar just got 2 picks with the snipe and the bandit. Lucy gonna hit this jump and come all the way back. Snakebite gets 2 kills. They got coverage of BC. So should be GG's here. Spawning them A out to OS. They're going to come up as dummies in a second, probably. Maybe try to flip the map for C, or they're going to try to cut to B. There's one in OS. They're dead. This is GG's. He's teabagging. Jose, thank you for the YouTube follow. Welcome, brother. Exclusive with a couple victory bags. Little victory airbags. Endless with the YouTube follow. Thank you. Okay, I think we made it through that insanely hype 50 sub train, bro.
That is just
maybe
good
not.
Halo
Gabriel,
right
let's
that
go.
That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Now we still got him coming in. I love this, bro. Yeah, Lucid coming out with what, over 4K damage. Eco with 5K,
right
just
there.
about.
That
Monkey,
is just
welcome.
Damn good Halo. My
God. Eco had almost 5K damage, the most in the lobby, like significantly more than Stellar and Snakebite. Take notes.
That is just good Halo
Boobadoo,
right there.
welcome.
That is just damn good Halo. My God.
30 more to go. Yeah, we're killing it. Morbid, thank you for the follow. Elamite said he thought Stellar was the best sniper. There were moments last year where he absolutely was. So, like I said, I don't like to definitively give one player that
good Halo
role.
Right there.
Xander,
that is just damn good Halo.
My God. Stellar let us watch his POV for 1 game last week, and what did he do? He just dunked on everybody with the shock rifle.
That is just good Halo
Welcome,
right
Caleb.
there. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
It's the kind of dominance I expect out of SSG. However, in the scrim, they're only up by 1 game. It's 7-6. We're getting down to the very last couple games
right
here.
There. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Frosty's been so nasty with snipe. 100%.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just
JC
damn good
Ord
Halo.
is
My
welcome.
God.
All right, lowering it back down a bit. Do we want... I've been trying to switch it up. Truck's been fun to watch. Back to TSM.
Damn good Halo. My God.
Bomb me weak.
Everybody knows and loves Lucid. Druck is streaming out here with like, what, like 20, 30 viewers? As good as he is at the game, not getting that support.
There's shock zone, and grapple zone.
That is just damn good Halo.
He's gonna play for the shock and grapple.
Let's go, Tiger.
He's gonna be there.
All that eco slander is wild, bro. Has 7 event wins. I think it's the same dialogue with Kenny, bro. Optic Kenny and COD right now, like Slack. I saw this clip from Slack. He was saying like he was actually like he said it was kind of like wild that or weird that people seem to like assume that Kenny's entire career is based off of his like what a couple months of performance. Like Kenny's having a rough performance for like a few months, and people are like, you know, shaming his entire career as a player based off a few months of performance. That's like how it is with esports, you know. It's like, and I guess sports in general, but it's just wild that people just forget like how good these guys are if they show a little bit of inconsistency, right? So like Eco has multiple world championship wins. He's been a dominant player in the game for like the better part of a decade now. Sure, he's an older player, but like, come on. Recency bias, yeah. So it's the same thing with Kenny. So Kenny, I mean, Kenny's like got a hell of a career. He's got a 0.3 KD for the start of the season, and people forget about his career.
MB.
Kenny's optics coach hinted at a mental health issues going on. Yeah, I mean, I saw his tweet, and I honestly don't blame him. Like, it would be tough to play for Optic COD or Optic anything, or like any popular sports team, I guess, when you've got people who are so passionately like fans and haters. of that team. Like, imagine the mental fortitude that you would need to just, like, block all that shit out and pretend it doesn't exist. Like, people are like, shit, they're calling him Kenny. They're calling him, like, K.3NNY, right? Like, that's his name now, bro. So he has to see that, like, spammed in all the chats and shit. You can't avoid it. So, like, at any point that he plays, there's a new level of pressure to, like, not be shit. It's like getting the yips or whatever. Is that what they call it? Like, yips in, like, baseball, where you, like, you can't hit a ball or you can't, like, throw a pitch or something anymore. And it becomes a mental thing. Holy shit, Tim! Tim just dropped another 50. Oh, my God. Get used to the damn good Halos going for the rest of the broadcast. Tim McBride. Holy shit. 50 more YouTube memberships. 0.7 for the season. 0.3 for one series. Okay, well, there you go. That became his name, bro. 0.3 for one series, and it's his name now. Yeah, it's like getting yips or whatever. Like, it becomes a mental thing, and you got to, like, block that out. Tim, you're a freaking goat. Tim McBride. Marry me. No. Yeah. Hold on. Shadow, welcome. Con, Seawood, Headshard. Enjoy the membership, or, you know, just the hype in general. I don't actually have a lot to offer. I got to actually offer you guys something for membership. You chatted twice. All right, let me find it. Hold on.
What's it in?
Where was the, can you guys tell me what the second, oh, there you go, man. 100 bomb. You're a goat, bro. Holy. You're a goat. Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much, man. That is absolutely unreal. Damn good. That's damn incredible Halo, bro. Holy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tim said turn the sound off. It's a little bit of very quiet. That is good Halo. A little quiet background, good Halo. I don't know. There's got to be a sweet spot. Oh, Stellar stuck him back, didn't he? 100 damn good Halos. Druck stuck Stellar, and then Stellar stuck Druck, I think, with a second sticky. I don't know. That was kind of nutty. And it's only Tuesday, bro. The week just started. Bro. We're breaking records. We've never gotten 50 or 100 YouTube memberships like this. Never.
And trippy.
P&W Green Gaming says Tim is poor if he can only drop 100 in YouTube and not Twitch as well. Shots fired. Holy shit. Wow, Green. Calling him out. Kenny's goated. COD pros are currently going through the weeds. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, there's it's just, yeah. It was something that I didn't fully consider. The mental component. Obviously, it's always been present in esports and competitive sports. But it's just something that, like, the gravity of it is something that I'm, like, you know, starting to understand in Halo now. Now that I'm seeing the arguments and the, you know, people just going at each other in the comments of my YouTube videos and stuff. It's like, wow, you know. I guess it's the sign, like I said, the sign of a healthy esport if people are fighting with each other about certain players. But in COD, this must be, like, normal, you know. In CSGO, you must hear shit like this all the time.
I need you chase.
Doesn't define him in his leadership. Yeah, it really, it's wild.
No.
Give me a little bit of that damn good Halo. 2-1 right now with 2 minutes 30 on the clock.
Yep.
Black Ops 6 team-wise plays like H5. Interesting.
Where's camera going?
It does have that different movement.
Just gonna show you.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, that's a real thing worldwide, mental health. It's not just gaming, but yeah, just all these, like, different hurdles you got to navigate if you want to succeed as a pro player. Great work out of Druck keeping his teammate alive. Not long enough, though. Eco, is that? Oh, it's Lucid. I guess Eco just hid in the top of the gold, like, ledge. He doesn't know if he jumped over or not, right? And then he dies to Lucid, gets staggered. They're getting kind of called out and caught off guard on TSM. SSG starting to shut him down.
Watch the C-Pod jump out.
Damn right, big.
Watch this, you jump up. In the smoke.
People love to see greatness fail. Yeah.
It's 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
There's probably a quote for that. You know, as much as you like to see the hero born or whatever, you like to see him fall or something like that, right? Like,
yeah, last kid's first kiss, 2 suitcases.
Hill control.
Yeah. Watching A, watching A. One turbine. Turbine on top A. Top A weak. Top A and bottom A. Top A and bottom A.
yeah, APG stepped away from the sport. I'm not sure if he's like retired, but he stepped away for a bit.
Top A, snake play.
Not sure what's going on with his streaming.
He's like, we're pet door or something.
SSG about to shut these guys out, man. They got 2 minutes. This is a perfect hill right now. Maybe a comeback opportunity from TSM if they can keep a lock on this. Struck hitting a C-spawn is good. Oh, they're staggered already, though. He's got to, like, somehow find a kill through tower or something? Or what's he going to... Oh, gets a cleanup out of mid. Living bottoms. I love this movement.
I'm playing for camera.
Oh, my God. He's so hard to track down. Drug cleans up the kill bottom mid. Slides to reposition the blue pipes and take the attention of Eco. Eco dropped behind Silo to chase Drug, right? Which gave him an opening to get the camo, but he burned it. He stayed alive with a solo man there for all that time, too. And now TSM getting their kills. Cherish going to wrap down the bottom mid. 3v2. 3v2 numbers advantage. Make it 2v2. Truck needs to clean these guys up. He's got good damage on both. Finds the hill cap. And Cherish gets the trays. They got a minute 45 for mid. This is doable for TSM. You sit at the top of the mountain long enough, you end up becoming the mountain.
Door 2, I think, or back right there.
What's the, how would you interpret that?
I'm a 2-shot.
You become the mountain.
Glass trying to get in.
What's your interpretation of that exactly? The bigger the rise, the bigger the fall. Or something like that. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Yeah, they're both in there. They're both in there.
That's what I say to my bullies.
Stacks and balance, stacks one shot. Stacks one shot.
Enemy team took the hill.
Rocking with Lucid too, but SSG pissing me off. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I hate seeing them try so hard and lose. The bastards.
We grappling ballage.
Making a team change days before an event is wild. It is. So I guess I thought about it though. Like, it sucks also because they finally won a series, even though that series is not very meaningful. Optic, like, no matter what they do, they're taking a big risk, right? They're taking a risk playing a LAN major in the state that they're currently in, which is not good. And they're taking a risk bringing Skies over to the team. There's a chance that by introducing Skies, there might be some sort of a honeymoon chemistry or something that allows them to play better than they were. You know, kind of break what this curse or whatever they're dealing with. There's also a chance that maybe Optic would have figured it out on LAN. I don't know. I just think no matter what they do, they're taking risks. So it's just... I don't know. Both decisions aren't a win, necessarily. Becomes something people climb over. Interesting. But if you are a mountain, that's pretty substantial in itself. Are we not content with being mountains now? We got to be bigger. Ooh, Druck landed on the lip of that ledge, connected into his second slide, trying to cut the gap, close the gap, get a beat down. They got to play perfect here off mid. SSG about to close this out. Talik dies, putting them on a big stagger. Soulsnipe getting through pipes. Might have an answer through the bat ledge. He finds a beat down. Pitched a fastball on Eco. Somehow threw a nade and killed Eco with the impact of the nade. He's going to drop in last millisecond. Soulsnipe just made a massive play. Mikey from the hill. Talik here to help. They got to save. That's it. That's it. Who got that last kill? Was it Snakebite? Somebody got a huge kill, and that sliver of time was all they needed in the batteries. Soulsnipe actually almost clutched that up from Batledge, staying alive in pipes and then dropping in, right? That was a crazy close. Damn good Halo. I agree. We still got him coming in. Let's go. 250 bombs out of Tim McBride. Lucid clutch? Was it the Lucid clutch? Damn. GG's. If Skies looked insane with Pred, well, he looked insane with Pred last night as a duo. Okay, I've never seen Skies play. I'm sure he's nasty. You know, like he wouldn't get on the team if he wasn't nasty. Nah, you're now the mountain that others have to climb to be great. Nah, I'm in my own lane. Okay, you shouldn't. Nobody's. That sounds so awkward. Nobody's climbing on me. You can you know, become a mountain alongside me. Let me inspire you to build your own freaking mountain. Fastball? Okay, so basically that player, Eco, was so weak in batteries that Soulsnipe threw a nade, and the nade banked off of Eco's body without blowing up, and the bank of the nade, like, killed Eco. That's what a fastball is. So Eco was like 1 bullet from death. So much so that the grenade's impact before blowing up killed Eco. It just hit his body. Which doesn't happen often. SSG now up 8-6 as they start to pull away in the end of the scrim. We've got, is this Fortress Bomb? I kind of hope it is because they updated the game type, right? Or is it CTF? I get what you're saying, Mateo, yeah. And I'm just creating a dialogue. It's flag, it's flag. You're climbing me. Damn.
Nice.
Good luck with that.
2 weeks. Watch out.
So they updated Fortress Bomb. The plant zone is larger on Fortress Bomb now, and they added an OS to the map. They suspended an OS in midair above Ring 2, apparently. So like center map above where the bomb spawns, there's an OS in midair, apparently. I haven't seen it yet. But sounds like W changes, honestly. Like the size of the plant zone is really important because it's going to let people plant with a little bit more cover. And then the OS in play can change things. Step aside. Thank you for the follow. Step aside. Let me build my mountain in peace. Snakebite said he hated that they added OS to Fortress Bomb. Hated it? Why so passionate already? You know, it's like, I wonder what his reasoning was for that.
Yeah, and there's Sparrow on you, jumping on you. Yeah, 2 archers, 2 R2.
SSG slowly leveling up. In some ways, maybe. They look good, but like it's 8-6. It's not exactly like a dominant scrim, you know? TSM is like 5th place on paper coming out of last season. So they should be able to contest SSG, but if SSG is like truly looking, you know, dominant to the likes of like SR or Optic, they should be they should have a better overall scrim score, right?
Victor shipping.
Yeah, you can die from a nade just smacking you in the face. Or the toe, honestly.
Our toe, sorry. Under flag, under flag. Watch out, bud.
You were absolute. You die when you get hit by the nade without a blow. Correct. Checkmate. That's exactly it, yeah. Like, bank.
Yeah, there's
Update the fortress. Larger plant zone. OS in midair. In mid.
Back flag,
I was wondering, like, how do they add an OS to the map with the bomb spawning in center map? They literally just put it in the freaking air. Because the map is symmetrical. You only got so many places you can spawn things, right?
Yeah.
Without having 2 of them.
Blocking armor.
He understands they're trying to make it better, but not the night before a big tourney. Night before, not right before a big tourney placement this weekend. I think there's like, that's valid to an extent, but like they're in a difficult dilemma where like they either take the map out for the tournament entirely or they try to make a subtle change to it like in time with the qualifier. I don't know, like I get it, but is it like such a massive change that it's going to, I don't know. It's a valid point, but at the same time, I also understand like why they made the decision. They want to have Fortress involved in this upcoming tournament, so there's something new for people who are watching to look forward to, and a different game type in the mix, right?
Nice, huge jump, huge jump. Nice, that's huge. Nice.
TSM making a comeback here, bro.
Might be 2 there.
He went 3-17 against Thieves. Ooh.
Yeah, weak. Beat done.
That's brutal.
Nice. I'm watching. I think he's on me, yeah.
I casually missed that overkill. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I wasn't even paying attention. Druck doesn't have his overkill like sound on, does he?
2 left, 3 left.
I'm reading chat, bro. Look at me. Just failing to be a good streaming host.
I can run this.
Druck got an overkill. I didn't even see it. I'm not gonna lie.
Kill him.
Lucy got him 1 shot. They're gonna spawn in the elbow behind him. He's got to be quick. He's running it straight to Cherish kneecaps here. Cherish has a sniper as well. This should be a guaranteed flag.
I'm running it the long way.
They're gonna overextend. Yeah, he's taking his time with it. Eco got a kill. That's a numbers advantage. Take it back. 3v3, 3v2. Stellar with 2. Druck might have to bait this. If he gets lucky, yeah, he'll plant it in, but then they're going to go for a counter cap right away. Gets sniped in the body. He's dead. SSG with an immediate counter pull off their kills. Eco and Stellar getting picks. One in the elbow might be lucid.
Just get out and be annoying. Just get to the basement.
Good trade, honestly. Get the second flag in for SSG's first flag, and they got their kills here, too. They might be able to counter the counter. Soul Snipe in position. Lucid as the OS.
I'm trying to get down for you. He's one shot.
Great damage here. Flag pull opportunity, maybe. Stellar overextended. Huge kill at a Druck. Oh, he does have it on. He has the double. Triple. Maybe we get a second over at a drug. Over. He got 2 in 1 game. Kill tag. 1 shot away from kill tag.
He's aping. One shot.
Hey, I saw the second one. Oh my god, bro. It's a millimeter from the plant. They gotta just double stack, body block that shit. They pulled it last second. Flag is right there. TSM losing their numbers. Lucy got a kill with the flag on Druck. He beat him down with the flag. Flag got read. SSG save it. They're now running it through courtyard.
Flag.
Double over, back-to-back overs at a Druck in this game, and they're actually not about to win now. SSG is about to tie it, plant that flag in. If they don't win off 2 overkills.
The armory, 2 on me, 2 on me.
Right, Snarpy, in like 3 minutes. Nasty, perfect on Stellar off the late jump. Numbers, oh, way to take it back. Lucid answers with 2 kills of his own. Cherish gets the 3rd, last guy in the base. Some damn good Halo. Yeah, SR was 10-0. 10-0 on the SRCOL screen.
2 from base, 2 arches, 1's ring, 1 arches. Ring 1 and arches. Right arches.
3-2.
Damn, pulling it.
Good timing on the pull, staggered.
Fucking arches though, they're arches.
Somebody on SSG overextended to pull the flag and somehow getting away with kills as well. Great peaks.
Right here. I'm going for OV, Yeah, wait, 2-1. I need help on OV.
Beautiful.
On me.
Can they win the game off this OS? The flag got read on both sides? No way.
One shot basement.
Sniper's up. He's going to get sniped from tower in a second if he's not. Yeah, they traded somehow. Yeah. 5 minutes left. It feels like this game is like... It's crazy to think there's that much time left. I think SSG hasn't been performing to the level as expected. Yeah, I think so. That's been the dialogue this season, is that they haven't been performing to the level of expectations. We expect them to be a team that can win majors, and so far they're not that. But they still have the potential. I think that's clear.
Left.
Apparently Snakebite's moving to Florida. Interesting. Lucid is in Florida too. Nicely done. That's it. TSM camp firing squad their way into saving that flag. Druck comes out 17-12 with 2 overkills, and SSG pulls that one away, bro. Holy shit. I don't know if there's a VOD review necessary for that one or what, but like they had like 2 different opportunities to, I think, close that one out and win it. They were like a millimeter away from planting the flag, and SSG had like a massive save. Druck with 13 assists as well. Lucid went 20 and 13 in that game. Damn. We were watching Druck's POV, but Lucid's probably was nasty. Stellar just said GG's. That might be it. Unless y'all want a Slayer.
Yeah, I love you.
Soul Snipe left.
Yeah, I'll stream my head hurts. That's the scrim though. Appreciate you guys for watching. You guys have a good day.
But they won. That's all that matters. Hostile. They still won. Thought it was over. Druck got OS, and they had the flag halfway. Somehow the flag got returned. I'm not sure who grabbed it, but yeah, Druck like wrapped the map, got the OS, and during that period, his teammate died. Druck with the raid. Holy shit! Speak of the devil. Thank you, brother. That was it was a pleasure watching your POV today, man. You definitely had some disgusting plays. You got 2 overkills in that last game too. We saw it. We were here for it. We saw the couple recharge matches too that were really cool. W Scrim, W Raid. Got a little bit of Lucid POV as well. This is basically like all SSG TSM today because we got here so late. So we didn't really have a chance to cover anybody else.
This is the way.
Thank you, Beastly, for the YouTube follow. Appreciate it.
This is the way.
Dev had the shirt off. Yeah, bro, it's been a while since that dialogue's been going down. Shirtless Druck POV, bro. He used to be final. Ascend baseline scrims? Are they currently scrimming? Where? I'd watch a POV from one of them if they have one that's live, but I don't think they do. Like an obviously POV or something. Wait, no, Ascend baseline is Zuzi and Uzi. Bro, I keep messing that up. Gotta be locked in for that, Fibs. Shirtless shot. Yo, you guys like clockwork, bro. Are they streaming? Oh, they're literally like right on my left-hand side, bro. Wait, are they just starting their scrim? I don't know if I want to watch a full scrim of these guys. They're playing the LATAM team, right? Actually, I don't know which team this is specifically. Magico. It's not Tapping Buttons team, is it? Lock in. Why is abbreviated COL and not COM? That's a good question. Complexity. Yeah, why is it COL? I never even thought about that, bro. Why is COL why is complexity COL? There's probably a legitimate reason for that. Oh, Hativs has a stream too. Damn, okay. I might watch a game or two. Can I do a game analysis on these scrims? Maybe at some point. I don't know about today. Tuesday is my laziest stream day of the week. Did I not grab him? Don't worry, chat. I got this. Break it down. Oh, bro, come on. Shirtless shy for 100 subs? I didn't say that. I did not. I did not agree to this. You're putting words in my mouth. Yeah, Tim popped off earlier. We're working hard, bro. We're hardly working, one or the other. Y'all are wild. I didn't sign up for that. Come on. What are my thoughts on Brampton? I don't know. I don't spend any time in Brampton. I'll be honest. I've never lived there. I've been there only like a few times. Not to sound savage, but I feel like there's not really anything going on in Brampton. I feel like it's kind of boring. I don't know. If ever I've been to Brampton, it's like I just don't really have any incentive to be there. It's like only to like see a friend or something, which I haven't known too many people from Brampton. Brampton are like gone out of my way to like, I'm like gonna go to somebody's house and hang out maybe, but it's way more interesting being in the city. Yeah, it's just kind of boring, you know? Imagine, Super. We got a ways to go. Just trying to get a good steady monthly income, which we've this month has been incredible, man. If I can keep this going and keep building, then this is my job. That's the rate that we're headed right now. Yeah, I would. No pity. Just, you know, like as long as you're like a regular human being, then I don't see why I wouldn't. I was saying the other day, like a week ago or something, I was at like Booster Juice near my place, like in my neighborhood, and somebody saw me and he put like a comment on my YouTube video. He's like, Rapster, thank you for the follow. He said, I saw you at Booster Juice like March 3rd or something like that, and just commented on my YouTube video instead of like coming up and like saying hi, which I guess, you know, who knows, maybe he didn't want to just bother me. It's been dope. Scrims and tourneys every week. Hell yeah, Tim. Yeah, we're keeping it dedicated. I assume Optic will be scrimming tomorrow as well, so we'll have a lot of, you know, POVs to keep track of, but I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know if the scrim just finished or if they're waiting for it. They're searching matchmaking, right? So this is not exactly North of GTA? Okay, I'm from North York. Leafs fan. As a kid, I was. Yeah. As a kid, I was a Leafs fan. Lucy got off? Damn.
Yep, I got it.
Safe to say the Leafs don't exactly win. It's hard to be a fan of a team that disappoints, you know? I used to like Cujo. I used to have a poster of Cujo in my bedroom as a kid. I played a lot of hockey as a kid until I was about like 13. Best commenting and best... Hey. Thank you, Sir Banos. Tylenol Nated with 130 plus on MCC. Yeah, they're definitely grinding. Nated has a pretty consistent audience. Usually like over 200 viewers. For Master Chief Collection, right? There's a niche community that I don't keep tabs on at all. If there was like a tournament scene or something for MCC, like maybe I would pay attention. It's just, you know, Halo Studios can't expect them to focus on 2 games at the same time. I used to love Cujo. I don't know why. I thought I don't know, like, I don't remember if he was a great goalie or not. Like, he must have been, I guess. But I was just so young. Maybe he just had aura, bro. Tylenol's nasty. Yeah, somebody sent me links to Tylenol cheating videos. I've seen a lot of the cheating accusations that don't look like cheating. It just looks like he's, like, cracked. Like, I don't know. Come meet you in real life. I'll give you a big hug and a smile. Probably don't do that, like, without, you know, any warning or anything like that, bro. Let's be honest. I'll give you props, okay? And I'll be happy to see you. But that's about it. You can give me a big hug and I don't even know who you are. Hold on a second, okay? It's like I would like to give hugs, but then I can't. That's going to set a standard. And then I got to hug everybody. I can't do that. Okay, cool. Even handshakes I'm afraid of at events if I do it too much. Because I'm just interacting with so many people and I'm just not used to... I mean, if you want a handshake, I'll give you a handshake. 100%. Yeah. But point being is, like, I don't want to get sick. That's all. I've got no worry outside of that. It's just I'm not used to interacting with so many people. So it's just... I take my vitamin C. I don't know. Pick him up, twirl him in public. Oh, for sure. Ty had a great performance when he played the first Infinite LAN. Ty? What, Sparty? Oh, Tylenol. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he used to be like a hot prospect, right? Like, Tylenol was on SSG at the start of Infinite, and he was like, you know, a player that was talked about as, you know, could be a standout, could be a hot commodity or whatever, right? But that didn't really materialize. I don't know if he, like, wasn't a huge fan of the game or what. Couldn't, like, leverage the right connections. That's a big thing that, like, Formal talks about, is the importance of networking. There's a game within the game, right? I don't know what we're watching right now. I'm not going to lie. I could just put Gunny or something. Like, he's just shooting the wall, though. A hugger? I mean, I like hugs too. Y'all about to freak me out at a LAN, huh, Jay? Speaking of MCC, I want a proper DMR like Reach. The Bandit is decent though. What do you mean by that, Mateo? Like, what makes the Reach DMR a proper DMR versus the Bandit? You want Bloom? Don't tell me it's Bloom. Give up my yo, bro. There might be, I don't know. The interesting thing about, like, what I do in Halo is people don't know me IRL, at least not now, you know? It's not like real fame. But when I go to a Halo event, like, everybody knows, you know? It's just like a totally different world. It's hard to imagine needing security guards or anything like that. It's like people don't really approach. I've been approached by like 4 people in my life outside of an event that have recognized me. This map I recommend to you guys. Actually, this is called Aim Trainer by Joseph Zander. So Gunny does this like every day when he warms up. He shoots the wall for like an hour or something. I don't know. There's 3 different target tests here. The first one is like there's a target in the center and you shoot the center and then it's a random location and then it snaps back to center every time. For the second one, it's a target in a random location at all times. And then for C, the third one is a target that that moves around that you have to track. I didn't know you could curb slide off that. I'm not going to lie. So this is a random location for the target. And he's playing on level 3 right now, which means the target's location is going to snap far. If you play level 1, then the target won't go very far. It stays like kind of contained to the center. But level 3 is like a lot of movement. What I don't like about this test, though, is the size of the target itself is like very small. It almost feels like, or it's not like I guess it just feels panned out like more than I'd like it to be. I kind of want that to be closer to my face. I almost feel like I need to scope, but it's too close to scope. It's like a weird range. Map's called Aim Trainer by Joseph Zander. Aim Trainer is the game type. Look up a game type Aim Trainer. Make sure you're playing the Aim Trainer game type with the Aim Trainer map. Yeah, so the cool thing about this map outside of the target test is when you walk into the firing range, there's a teleporter that puts you into a firing range. That firing range is a good source of practice and warm-up because everything you're doing here is on the server, right? Like if you're playing the weapon drills on Academy, you're not on server. Everything you're doing is like one-to-one. It feels like LAN when you're in Academy. But if you're playing in a custom game, you're playing on server, so your aim feels different. Like the responsiveness, the feeling, the looseness of the aim, you know? So it's good to warm up in customs and a little bit Academy. Don't just do exclusively Academy because your aim is going to feel different once you get into matchmaking. The Heifer Aimbot Unlimited is my favorite one. So this one's just a tracking. It just moves, right? And I do feel like I can see the results of this stuff that he does in his aim control. Clive, thank you for the follow, brother.
This is the way.
Gunny's right stick control is like pretty underrated. He's actually got really good right stick control. And I do think that this target test that he does is a big part of that. He plays on an Elite V2. I think he's one of the only high-level players that plays on an Elite, by the way. Not many Halo players play on the Elite V2. Rachel Mislakar gave me the best advice ever for shooting. Aim at elbow height. Even if they crouch strafe, you'll hit them as long as you aim at center of mass. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's valuable. I try to aim like in the torso, like upper torso. The closer you are to the head on the final shot, the easier it is to make the final headshot correction generally, right? That's like part of the reason why. I think that's a good point though. Like in the middle of the gunfight, if somebody crouches, it's easier to hit the head level. If you're like shooting elbow level. But yeah, like if you're just shooting anything and then your fourth shot hits like the knee and then you got to make a headshot off hitting the kneecap on the fourth shot, right? Then the headshot's way more difficult to hit versus if you've been maintaining head levels throughout the fight, the headshot's in much more your reticle's at a complementary location. Easier to make the final snap. I love the bandit too. Oh, you just like the way the Reach DMR looks. Okay. That's fair. Good at headshots, but I struggle up close when they go to beat you down. Yeah, I mean, it's worth practicing. Gunny, for example, I think sometimes just practices hitting beatdowns. If you watch him train, he'll just use beatdowns exclusively. Or he'll practice not using beatdowns in close quarters gunfights, right? Because people tend to like, in close range, kind of go for the beatdown too much. When if you go for it, you're taking a risk of getting hit back, right? And sometimes it's better to just avoid getting hit at all and clean up your kill if you can clean up your kill, right? So if you rely too much on beatdowns, you take you risk a lot of unnecessary damage, and then you get cleaned up easier. If you're really confident at playing within beatdown range and getting headshots in close quarters, while slightly avoiding beatdown range, then you get out with a cleaner kill and you have more shields to do more on the map. You did the Shyway challenge. You got 162 in 15 minutes. Fable. On Spartan bots, on Livefire, and how many bots? Like 7, 8 bots? Do you have it recorded? I'd love to see that. I'm assuming you're using the sniper. Finish installing your TMR sticks, back buttons, and tag switches in my triggers. Cool, Ryder. I haven't tried the TMR sticks. I want to try them. Kind of curious what you think about them. Do this flick thing that he does. It's kind of like what Royal 2 does when he warms up. See, like the right stick control that he has is actually kind of nasty. This aim trainer here, this firing range, practice here. Worthwhile to warm up on this firing range. ODST bots, 8 bots, bandit only? Show me the video. Send me, can you send me? I want to watch it just for my own enjoyment because I haven't hit that high before with the bandit. That's good, man. And take notes on like what specifically you're doing to get those opportunities. In 20 minutes. Yeah, so I've gotten upwards of 140 before. But I've never gotten 150. I've gotten like right underneath it. With bandit only. In the 15 minutes. Just go for shooting, but I hate missing final headshots when they lunge. Yeah. What's the benefit? I don't know. I asked him about it like at the Worlds, and I think he said something about like there's like an aim assist component to it where he feels like he gets like better aim assist when he flicks like that in his gunfights or something like that. I don't know. I think there's obviously like a technique behind the look away in your strafe, right? Like being able to sprint, look away in your strafe, and then snap back and hit your shot efficiently is like a technique that's worth practicing and mastering. Why he does that so much, though, I don't know if he's like, if it's like a warm-up tactic. Because, like, I don't know, like, because not everybody has that technique, right? Like, if I watch Formal shoot, his aim is steady. He doesn't do that fancy, what gun he's doing here, right? And he doesn't have an issue tracking his targets Formal. So, is it like a preference thing? Is there any legitimate advantage? I'm not sure. Prefer the battle rifle the next Halo or the DMR? I prefer the way the DMR plays personally. I think the battle rifle is valuable as like an iconic weapon. People like seeing the battle rifle. I like the sound of the battle rifle. The gameplay is nice with it, but it's just not as fun as the bandit in my opinion. Like Infinite got instantly more fun to play when the bandit entered the game in my opinion. Like it was like a snap. I'm like, oh my god, dopamine. Try to switch to Spartan bots. They hit me with snipe every time. That's okay. Yeah, you have to respect them. You have to respect the Spartan bot with a sniper. You can't just like let him shoot you because if you're in the open for like any more than like 2 to 3 seconds, your head's gone basically. So you have to force him to miss. Director, thank you for the follow. If you jiggle peek, like so, if you ever see a bot with a sniper, just jiggle peek and make him whiff one shot and then shoot him between shots, basically, and force him to miss. This is called Aim Trainer. Loving PR. Aim Trainer by Joseph Zander. Purse does it? Yeah, but Royal 2 does that too. A lot of different people do that.
This is the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the whole whipping thing that he does has something to do with like working around the game's aim assist. Rumble, thank you for the follow, brother. Appreciate it. So you look up Aim Trainer and then click the map that says Aim Trainer by Joseph Zander and look up the game type Aim Trainer and then play that. That's it. You'll see the image of the map that it looks like this. It's like white and orange. Rate of fire in the M392 Bandit was dog shit. Bandit Evo, rate of fire is good. They lowered the M392, but yeah, it was fast for sure. It was like, it was fun, the rate of fire on the original Bandit Evo, but it was, you know, this is more competitive, what we have now.
This is the way.
Thank you, Square Wheel. Appreciate it, brother. Welcome.
This is the way.
Penny was nuts in H5. I used to match him in Mythic. Yeah, he was really good. He definitely wasn't as much of a standout in H5, in my opinion, but obviously he was like earlier in his career. But I remember playing with and against him in matchmaking in H5. $500 kill Octagon all day. You could do, yeah, like a multi-range Octagon or standard Octagon. There's a lot of ways to warm up. If I do Octagon, though, it'd be nice to like play a person, you know? These are cool because they focus on, you know, practicing right stick aim and just warming up and stuff. No aim assist on 20 minutes on map 1, aimbot V2. You play aimbot V2 with no aim assist? Aim Trainer by Joseph Zander. Game mode aim trainer. Interesting. Yeah, I had one of my students say that they have a secondary account that they made just so they can play the game with no aim assist to like work on their aim ability, basically. Stress with the raid. Hold on. Thank you, brother. Stress, how we doing, man? Thank you for the raid party at 10. Let's go. Hope you've been well. Hope you had a good grind. Welcome, welcome, man. Probably gonna get off soon too, to be honest.
This is the way.
W Stress.
This is the way.
Kenny, thank you for the follow, Kenny. Welcome.
This is the way.
Wish you had the aim of Formal with the insane movement of Bound with the snipe of Stellar. Yeah, wouldn't we all? Hey, let's go. Waiting 15 minutes to get in the game. Queue the second game. I quit after 10 minutes. Go play BTB. Yeah, I don't have that problem, and I don't envy you. That sucks, Equinox. Sometimes I definitely spend too much time warming up, though. Collect is playing. Okay. Bro, I'm not following Collect. What the fuck? I'm afraid to follow him now because it's been so long. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
How come I... Okay.
Wait, what?
He's on PC, bro.
Ability to finesse challengers like Renegade. What with movement? IQ of Ryan. I feel like some of that stuff would conflict. You know what I mean? Like having all of those abilities would like cannibalize themselves in some way. Does that make sense? Like if I have Ryan Noob's IQ but Bound's movement, don't those like cancel out? Like what does that even? You know what I mean? Like Ryan Noob, the way that he plays is like he lets the game come to him. You know, like he's very like. He has a level of strategy that he employs that Bound doesn't really have the patience for, I don't think, you know? Bound uses his movement, his mechanics to, like, overwhelm people and do crazy things. Describing Kratos. Pretty much. He's got everything. Favorite playlist after Arena? Like 2v2? 2v2 or, like, FFA? Squad battle's kind of hype though, not gonna lie. Just like casual squad battle with friends.
He didn't die.
He's got the goat skin, the model. Yeah, this is Collect's POV. Yeah, any form of warm up is good general aim practice. It's just like think about like the NBA. You know how many baskets they shoot on a daily basis. Drew, thank you for the follow.
This is the way.
You know, sure, you got no pressure. It's not like as, you know, straightforward as shooting a basket in an actual NBA game, but you shoot 1,000 of them and the muscle memory definitely carries. You kill 1,000 bots, and even though it's not the same as killing a real player, you're still picking up things. You're still picking up things. But you got to do a variety of things. Oh, yeah, sure. I thought he was going to pick up the flag. That's his own flag. Cool rotate. Hi again. How we doing, Samantha? This might be it for me. I've got... The scrims are done for the day, guys, if you're just hanging out. TSM lost 9-6 to SSG today. SR went 10-0. LG 6-4. Halo Data Hive. We never actually like went and saw who had the best statistics in each series matchup. Formal is live. Is he just playing matchmaking? If Formal's live, then I know where my raid's going, basically, but... GT's the same. Look at page 19. Page 19? See me doing the Shyway run? I don't know how to show you video otherwise. Page 19 might not be accessible depending on how much you play on a regular basis, Fable, but I'll try to see if I can get there. Because, yeah, 19 pages in, it might be deleted. We'll see. Or, like, hard to access. Truck coming out with 280 kills in that scrim, but Soul Snipe had 330. Wow, Soul Snipe had a lights out scrim with 94,000 damage. Took the most damage in the lobby as well. Died the most, but was a hell of a presence on the map. 62 accuracy. Good to see Soul Snipe like kind of stand out in the statistics in this scrim. Lucy coming out with 316 kills, the most on his team this time around. I've been seeing Stellar as like a clear Slayer standout on the team, but this time it was Lucid. With the most damage in the entire lobby? Yeah, Lucid. 94,000 taken. Eco had a solid scrim. A lot of assists, solid amount of kills, right? He did have the most deaths, but he definitely like had an impact on the scrim. Overall KDA. Talik had the best KDA, 1.71. Had low deaths, lowest deaths in the lobby. Just dipping in. What was the final score? 9-6 SSG in the TSM scrim. 10-0 Shopify. Got to do the last shot accuracy check. Can I click on kill breakdown statistics? Hold on. Kill breakdown statistics. Where? Oh. Average life duration. Interesting. So Snakebite had the longest average life. He's an extremely hard kill. Call it assist. That's like your pings, right? Max spree. Snakebite had the highest max spree, huh? 11.
Wait, where is the helmet?
How does this... Is this like efficiency off of your life or something? How does this work? Is Druck like highly efficient per life? Like, what is this saying? Last shot 70?
The fuck?
70 call out assist from Lucid. Oh yeah, damn, holy shit. Does that mean he's just pinging everything? Yo, the music, please no. Please don't give me copyright for that one little low music. It's interesting. Shot 67. Royal 2 with the most kills today. Don't forget to hit like on the YouTube. Yeah. Oh, I see what you did, sir. Thank you, brother. Think SSG's going to lock in with the first land? I think they'll do well. Will they win, though? I don't know. You know, as much as I think that they're going to play well on land, I think that scrim stats are still indicative of, like, performance to some extent, right? So I would still expect Optic or SR to win the first lane. There's no reason why SSG doesn't have the ability for it, but it's just not my prediction, you know? Frosty just won't die. Oh, these are body shot kills? Body, grenade, melee, headshots. Interesting.
This is the way.
This is the way.
So World 2 just had a bunch of melee
This is
kills.
the way.
Interesting. HGZ, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. Cool. SSG taking. I don't want Lucid to have his revenge on Optic. Maybe it won't come immediately. Maybe there'll be a storyline on the build up to the revenge. Who knows? Actually, that's a good closing song. This is the hour that I get off the stream for the evening. Unless I'm playing, which I think I'm going to take a break. I got to get my own gameplay grind in, man. We've been slacking. Formal's live. We're sending it over to Formal. Gotta eat. So do I, Mateo. Dinner for me. Thank you guys so much for today. Tim McBride, your GOAT, brother, dropped 100 YouTube memberships. Definitely the highlight of today's broadcast. Make sure to like the YouTube stream if you guys are just coming by. We have a new YouTube video out as well. So if you're just tuning into the stream, you want to see more of me, obviously the VOD is going to go up on live, but I'd appreciate any interaction on the video that I uploaded today, likes, all that. Thank you guys. It's a breakdown, like a casual review of Shopify versus Optic, a lot of Frosty POV highlights in that breakdown. The dude was absolutely popping off. 200 viewers to formal. We're at 197. You're bringing up to 200. Man's getting gifted subs already. Look at this guy. He's popping off. Hype train. All right. Peace, Barbosa. 199. All right. We'll send him 199, 198 viewers. All right. Have a good rest of your evening, guys, on Twitch. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Same goes for YouTube. Thank you, guys. We'll see more of you tomorrow. Hopefully some Optic Scrims tomorrow. And, yeah, feel free to check out the new content that I've uploaded. Have a good night, guys.